Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Chakodash.
We want to give double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone and say peace, mercy, and blessings. All right, and much love, honor, and respect unto all the hopeful elect, to all the fellow laborers out there, wherever you may be scattered. All right, to all the Akim out there, man. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means he is the deliverer. Okay, and we are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, and the people that are being so-called Black, Native American, Latin, Hispanic, Seminole Indian, we make up the lost 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? The so-called white man, they're not white, they're red. They are the Idumeans. According to the Holy Bible, they're the Edomites, man. Okay? And we're out here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom known as America. But according to the Holy Bible, it's Babylon the Great. Okay? And there's many false prophets out here, you know, going into these different camps, you know, and they must be stopped, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got Nate of the IUIC pushing false heresies, all right, ISUPK, and we just gonna call it out, man. Okay? Because we come out here to reprove, to rebuke, to exhort, to prophesy. Okay, and we pretty much have to clean up the mess that these other guys are making, man.
Yep.
Got that?
Yep. This is the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Right, and this is Titus. You know, Paul set up on the island of Crete, you know, to be the head of the church out there, man. Okay, but here today, you know, we're still in the spirit of Titus, man.
Yeah, it's in the book of Acts all over again.
We live in the book of Acts all over again. Okay.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 10. It says, "For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers."
Right, man, that reminds me of Sakari, you know, the whole armor. All right, pretty much saying that the writings of Paul are not authoritative, okay? But you got the whole armor is based off of the book of Ephesians chapter, man.
No, it's the armor.
Right,
Right.
D-A,
Right.
you know, as in dummy,
Yeah.
Right. He put a worldly twist on it.
which they are worldly, man. You know, which the truth in this world is like oil and water. It don't mix. Hence why we're here on King Street, you know, because we had to move locations because downtown they have what?
Freak
St.
Fest.
Freak Fest, man. St. Patrick's Day Parade. Well, what are they doing? Day drinking. You know, and then tonight, Saturday night, going back to Saturn, which there's going to be a lot of adultery being committed.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a lot of diseases being passed around. Okay, it's real vile and nasty out here, man.
I looked up the definition for the word unruly. It means that cannot be subjugated to control.
Which means those guys are what? Out of order.
You said that.
They don't respect order.
Yep.
You know, and that's why they're just renegade, doing their own thing, guerrilla Hebrew.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It says disobedient. It says disobedient to
Yep,
parents.
let's get that.
Okay. It says unruly, refractory. And the word refractory means in material science, a refractory is a material that is resistant to decomposition by heat. Also, they don't want the baptism.
Yep.
That's why guys don't want to be in Great Millstone. You know, they'll take the doctrine though.
You know what it is? You don't want to be in that straight gate. You know, you don't want to do your weekly lessons. You don't want to be at camp every week. A lot of the leaders of these other camps, are they at camp every week like our apostles and elders? No, they are not. Are they diligent like our apostles and elders? No, they're not,
Right.
man.
Yep.
Okay.
And it says of Titus 1 and 10, it goes on to say, especially day of the circumcision.
Especially day of the circumcision. Now, what does that mean? Well, who is of the circumcision? The Jews, right? The ones that practiced the laws, that knew their customs, that knew who they were. Okay, so you especially have to keep your eyes on those who know that they're Israelites, who claim to be teachers, who claim to be prophets, who claim to be men of the Lord. Okay, what did the Lord say in Matthew 24? Many shall come in my name, saying I am Christ or I am anointed, meaning that the Lord sent me. You even have some bug-outs out there who actually claim to be the Lord, man. Like they're the Lord.
Yeah.
But then you have people like Captain Zariak or Sons of Thunder that'll entertain them and talk to them and then upload that video for clickbait. You know, this whole thing is there's no uproar of righteousness. Matter of fact, in Jeremiah 9 it says how they're not valor. They don't have valor when it comes to righteousness.
Right.
You know. Let me snag that while you get that.
Got something?
Back in Titus 1 and verse 11, and it says, whose mouths must be stopped.
And their mouths must be stopped, man.
Must
you
be
know, but right now, the Most High have them set up as blind leaders of the blind so you can catch up the undesirables, man. You know, so if you get caught up in the allure, the matching garments, the marching, you know, the bring it out. If you get caught up in that, then hey, you must be one of the undesirables.
Mhm.
You know, but there are elect members amongst these other camps, churches, doctrines that the Lord's going to pull out, man.
Yep.
Especially when that MOTB comes.
That's the X factor, which X factor means a special thing. The MOTB is a special prophecy because everybody and their mother knows about World War III.
Right.
Shit, even Einstein has a famous quote about that.
Right.
But the X factor of this ministry is going to be, well, spiritual power as well, but it's going to be that MOTB. That's what's going to change the game. It's gonna bring in something new. It's like an Easter egg. You know what I mean? Like in a video game, something hidden. It's hidden. Not everybody understands that. Like on a societal level, there's a major prophecy that's gonna come that's gonna change. Because of course, war, nuclear destruction, that changes everything. But actually something that's gonna be implemented to change the everyday way of living.
And you know what? Y'all gonna start being questioned, man.
Good.
And you know what they're gonna do? The people that will start questioning them, they're gonna get kicked out. IUIC will kick you out for asking about the MOTB, man. Okay, because they'll call you a snow dummy, a black Hebrew Israelite,
Yep.
one of them dumb Israelite camps.
Yep, that's what he said.
You know, have you been listening to one of them dumb camps?
Yep.
You know, well, we're not dumb. The Most High has us speaking, and we're speaking the true wisdom.
Well, wait a minute. Yahweh Shai healed a man that was dumb. So what's your problem with that?
Right.
Yahweh Shai dealt with men that were dumb. See? But I got a quick one, that point I made. This is Jeremiah 9 and 2. It says, "Oh, that I had in the wilderness a lodging place of wayfaring men, that I might leave my people." See, right now we had to leave the people, you know? That parade, that's something Sakari's gonna go do.
That's worldly.
And let me say this, since it's on my spirit, you guys that are going to like events, hey, you're tripping, because we're away from it because something could happen.
Right. Exactly.
Abraham said, what if there be 10 righteous? So if you claim to be men of the Lord, you should want to be away from the nightclubs, away from the strip club, away from Super Bowl, so the Lord's judgment can go there.
It's holy, all right? Making you what? Separate.
Right.
All right? When you go into something that's holy, that's something that's separate or set apart.
Right. Exactly.
So we're being holy from the world right now because we're over here teaching. We're not running to teach at the same pages they parade for clicks and views.
Well, last time we did, we got mooned. What was it, 5-6 years ago?
Yep.
That's when when we was a very young church.
When we were young, we went back to, he said, where we preach at.
Right.
Yeah.
And then she mooned her nasty beige ass. And we was, oh shit.
It was cold that
night.
That year too.
Yeah.
You know, it was a cold. It wasn't, sun wasn't even out.
So we learned our lesson. It says, that I might leave my people and go from them.
Yeah.
So this is a scripture you use to say why we ain't in the hood.
Hey, the scriptures also says prophesy unto the wind.
Yep.
You know?
And it
We out
says,
here for the hopeful elect, the true sheep out there, man. That be the brothers, the few sisters that are online. All right, and shalom to you, man.
yep, shalom.
Shalom.
You know, may you be edified.
Yep.
You know, if the Lord directed the steps, if the Lord could send some sheep here, then we're gonna edify them.
I was thinking that when we open up, I said, man, it's the first time we've been able to teach in silence.
Yeah.
Because where we teach at, it's not like the hood, but it's a marketplace. So it's loud, cars, music.
It's the hustle and bustling.
Yep.
You know,
The Nahum. The
jumping
Nahum.
chariot.
Yep, thank you. It says, for they be all adulterers. Right. A woman that's not wearing modest apparel, that's adultery.
Yep, because she's enticing a man to what? To look at her, to get his attention.
Yep.
Then you talk to her,
Yep.
I got a man, but we could be friends
Yep.
though. You know?
Yep. In the world, Romans 2, in the world, a chick said that to me. I was at the gym. This was in the world. And I went up to her, like, what up, blah, blah, blah. And she said, I got a man, but you can have my number if you want to be friends. And I took a second and I said, nah, I'm good. And this was me in the world.
Right, right.
That's Romans 2.
Romans 2.
So Barak Abba Shemel Shai for that.
Call Allah, y'all better.
You know?
Sure.
We gotta be the standard here. We gotta be the light bearers here. Someone has to be the one that says either Khan or La'ah. We're judges. And we judge, man. These people ain't judging shit, man. They can't judge the clothes they wear. Oh, I was on the way home And this little Jake was going to meet his little girlfriend, right? And they're in my neighborhood, so I always see him. And he was waiting for her. This is a young, you know? I saw, oh, that's good, you know, seeing Jake with Jake, they look presentable. And she was walking up to him, but she had like scantless clothes. And I said, yo, bro. And he turned around and looked at me. I said, tell her to cover up. You know what he did? He said, and kept it walking. Right. Somebody's got to be the one here. You know, no one is saying nothing. No one's saying, put that down. That's not good for you. Right. Hey, cover up. That looks bad. Hey, baby, don't do, like, no one's doing that. You know? This whole place is lawless, man. We're in Nineveh. We're in Sodom. We're in Egypt. We're in Nineveh, but we in hell.
Right. In Rome. Right.
Niggas in captivity with us, but they in the penthouse with it, though.
Right.
Look at Diddy. Tell me don't stop.
Super
you know?
demon.
Yeah.
Super gremlin.
Nigga out here with 112 on a reunion tour. And we getting $14 an hour and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we in Egypt, they in Nineveh.
Right.
And it says, for they be all adulterers, an assembly of treacherous men. So when you see the unity camps, that's treacherous men. When you see them marching on the street, that's treacherous men.
That's a house of deception, man. A house of treachery and confusion. The scripture says, can two walk together except they be agreed? You know, you got a house of, what it says, community tour, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But some of them believe that the MOTB is this.
Yep.
Some of them believe that the white woman is the MOTB.
Yep.
It's all confusion.
Yep.
You know, but just somehow Great Millstone is the worst things ever.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Remember, brothers, I showed y'all the video of IHBK marching. Yep, remember that when they were marching, pointing at Northern Jakes to feed them? You remember the video? That's those treacherous men that Jeremiah's talking about.
And you know what? They're very offensive too. You're putting stumbling blocks before Israel.
Yep.
You know, you judge by the appearance and not by the spirit.
And that stumbling block is an altar that we're breaking down, right? We're going through and breaking them down, right? Break the walls down. We're treating these false camps like the walls of Jericho.
And like a punching bag.
Yep.
You know, because, hey, you more you come out, you just giving us more ammo.
Yep.
You know, like Nate saying, like IUIC saying that the nation's going to be done away with. But then somehow, after 1,000 years, Esau's going to come back.
Come on, man.
That's a whole contradiction. The scriptures do not contradict itself.
Nope.
Man. You just got to have the Holy Spirit. The Most High got to sup with you in order to get it.
Yep.
You know?
Nate said that Ezekiel 38 it hasn't happened yet.
Right. Or is it not? Now it's going to happen in the kingdom.
What the fuck?
You know?
Oh, man.
It says, here's the point though I wanted for you. Shalom, brother. It says, and they bend their tongues like their bows for lies. Read it again. Look, right, you dumb Israelites.
Right.
Right?
God.
He's bending his tongue to lie.
Loose the white man.
Yep. It says, look at this. But they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth.
I'm sorry. They don't got that spirit for the truth.
No.
They don't got that spirit for Yahweh Shai. You know, they don't push Yahweh Shai to our people. They push the law on you.
Yep.
Which then puts a burden on you, which then, as the scripture says, do as they say, not as they do. They're not even on the law like that.
Yep.
Because they have edge ups, lineups, dreads.
Yep.
You know?
Even their AI artwork got dreads.
Yep.
They got a dread demon, and it's gonna get dreadful for them.
Long hair.
Yep, don't care. It says, Jeremiah 9:3, and they bend their tongues like their bows for lies, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth. Right. No other, all these Christian comes up and gets cut. Debate. Sakari, Alazar got this huge debate spirit on him, but he's never debating another camp. But they got the energy for Great Millstone.
They always have the energy for Great Millstone. But you know what that is? That's really the house of Saul waxing weaker.
Yep.
While the house of David, you know, is waxing stronger.
Yep.
There's their tension. It's pretty much like a civil war, if you will. Evil eye. That's that evil eye
Yep.
that they have for our nation, especially for our apostles and elders.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you have the nerve to call us man worshipers.
Yep.
You know, when we're just following what the scriptures say.
Yep.
You know?
It says, but they are not valiant for the truth upon the earth, for they proceed from evil to evil.
They proceed from evil to evil. You know what I'm saying? Having barbecues and shit. Getting on whack 100.
Yep.
You know? The scripture says abstain from all appearances of evil.
Yep.
You know? But you niggas want to embrace it, man, because really you love this world.
Right. Secretly recording Jake out with his woman because she's looks like a so-called white woman. Y'all seen that video of Deacon Akai?
That dude,
Hey, you
man.
better not record me with mine.
Right, that's fighting. Like,
Exactly.
What are you doing?
Fuck you doing? And the problem is, these weird ass Jakes are not in reality because they're drunk off YouTube. They're drunk, okay? The chief chats.
That's some peeping Tom shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
That's some weirdo shit.
Invasion of privacy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of Israelites are nigga-lights.
Yep.
They're weirdos.
Yep.
You know, some of the worst people you would meet.
Yep.
You know?
And don't come on our comment board with no bullshit. You know? It says, for they proceed from evil to evil, and they know not me, saith the
They
Lord.
don't know Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and that's why they push what name? What name do they push?
Christ.
JC.
Yep.
Or Christ.
Yep.
You know? We don't even like saying that, man.
Yep.
But we will for edification.
Yep.
You know?
But we don't
Follow-
pray to that. We don't edify our people in that name, you know?
You got something?
Want that in Jude real quick? This is the book of Jude, chapter 1 and verse 3. Jude 1 and verse 3, it says, Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you,
Giving diligence.
Right.
You know, and that's why Moses was commanded with Aaron to tell Pharaoh to let us go so that we could serve our power. So now we do the same manner by what? The work. But we showing our diligence even while we're in captivity though. You know?
And it says give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Yep.
So diligence is part of this thing of ours, man.
Trust me, when the deal goes down, hey, listen, brothers are gonna say, man, the Wadi Yabashim Shai for putting on my spirit to seek you while you may be found.
Yep.
Because there's gonna come a time where the name will not be heard on these streets. So people, that's why it says when he came back, no man knew his name. They're not gonna know. So right now is this is the ample opportunity to get what you need before ready, set, go.
To build up your faith, man.
Yep.
You know, it's like working out, but we're doing it spiritually. We're building up that faith muscle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your trials and tribulations, those times you call upon the Lord and he came through for you, well, that's going to keep you going as gas in the tank will in Jacob's trouble.
Yep.
You know?
Even when it's on E. Because if the tank's on E, that means it's enough. Because even when the tank's on E, you still have 30 to 50 miles. Y'all know that? I had to know that because my shit, but I Googled it, you still, just because the tank light's on don't mean it's over.
It's a warning.
It's a warning.
You know, to get,
Yeah.
more.
Well, since you said a warning, in 2nd Ezra, it says famine and scourges are sent for an amendment, which amendment means correction or warning. So the Lord is sending warnings out right now.
Hey, what's that quote about earthquakes and tornadoes?
Oh, Aristotle?
Aristotle, which that's a Jake in the time of the Greeks.
Yeah, I can
You know?
read it for you.
Okay.
Real quick, this is so this is a quote because I like looking up like Stoic quotes, and I'll share it from time to time with a precept. But when you look up this quote by Aristotle, it says all earthquakes and disasters are warnings. There's too much corruption in the world.
That's, you know, and going back to the Greeks, that's why it says Juno Greek, because a lot of those Greeks were Israelites that embraced those customs of being a Greek. The language, you know, the gymnos, you know, the way of studying, all of that.
They're liking the Grecians best. And then the word, this is 2nd Ezra 16 and 19 real quick. It says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
Right, so when you see motherfuckers getting fucked up by earthquakes, that's the Lord sending it for correction.
Venezuela.
You know, Venezuela, you know what happened to Turkey last year, I believe around this time. You know?
And the word amendment means betterment, improvement of persons, correction. So the Lord sends judgment out here for man to take heed, like, let me stop playing. But they're not taking heed. So that's why judgment's got to increase. That's why he said, all right, now I'm not going to hold my tongue any longer. He's going to roll the sleeves up on you, you know?
Right, when the Most High rolled the sleeves up, millions of people died.
Yep.
You know, and that's what's coming, mass death.
Yep.
You know, going back to the Georgia Guidestones, which they done away with.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
That goes into that saying, your arms are too short to box with God. His reach is long. Like, massive people can die.
Yeah.
Then the Most High could bring you back and, you know, make you suffer again.
Right.
Or put you in a position where you seek death and can't find it, you know?
Back in Jude chapter 1 and verse 3, Jude 1 and verse 3 says, Beloved, when I gave all diligence to write unto you of the common salvation.
And guess what? These lessons we do, this camp is a modern day writing. All right, but do we have to sit down and, you know, get a scribe and one, you know,
A quill.
a quill,
Right.
You know, no,
Under
we just
candlelight.
hit record
Yep.
because why? What? We're in the future.
Yep.
But this is a modern day epistle.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
And it says, it was needful for me to write unto you.
It's needful, man. With all the hair, you gonna say something?
Yeah, and Jake don't even like the ancient way. Jake has a problem. Here it is, Israelites, which we had well pushed for the law, but then there's certain laws that Jake got a problem with. What's the big deal? You know? Jake's not really living by their culture like they're claiming, you know, because Nate had made he bared false witness and stated that the Hebrew Israelite camp teaches that we reigned with Christ in the Dark Ages.
Pretty much said that during the Dark Ages, we teach that we reign with Yahweh Shai.
Right,
Which we never teach that.
But you pushed the law, so he was wearing fringes, but where were your 2 or 3 witnesses?
Right.
You have to have 2 or 3 witnesses, meaning 2 or 3 videos, and then it'd be like, okay, we got to address this. Whatever brother said that, we'll correct it. That's the thing with Great Millstone. Don't we do that? If a video comes out and it's off, it gets taken down. It don't stay up.
It gets sought out immediately.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know. And it get corrected. Then the true correction comes out.
Yep.
You know, but just like now, you know.
Y'all brothers heard after 1,000 years you can't have no Moabite women in the kingdom? What you mean I can't have no Moabites?
Right.
But after 1,000 years, Esau coming to get us.
Oh yeah, yep, that too.
I heard when I was with IUIC, when they was teaching that, it was after that 1,000 years that Esau was going to attack us, but then we was going to take them down again. That's when they was going to be wiped out.
That's a false prophet. So now Bishop Nathaniel, respectfully, that's his name, right? But when you look up the definition for elder in the New Testament, it's a position of rank in the churches of us as Christians. So he's not an elder to us because that makes him a false prophet. You got this brother would be over him, which is sad to say because this man
He's of age.
was in the beginning,
Well, he's breaking down the name in what, the 90s?
right?
You know?
Right.
That's an excellent breakdown.
You could have rank taken from you in this thing, you know? So he can't be our elder. You know, now we don't disrespect him personally, but when it comes to the scriptures, we have to address that. We actually have to, because what you're doing is actually setting a stumbling block now before our people, you know?
And that's pride too, because if he was to come back, you know, let's say he was to come back, he would have to fall under rank.
Yep,
But it'd be a lower position,
yep,
you know?
yep. You would have to read and then learn again. But you would want that. You would actually thank the Lord that you're given an opportunity to repent and be washed. That's what it's about. But I'm telling you, these guys, they're not contrite. They're not being humbled. Have y'all brothers in this walk, have you experienced being humbled? It puts you in a different, it actually makes you grateful for what you got. You know, instead of, I need this. When you get humbled in this truth, you thankful that you got the brother still, the lights are on, you got shoes on your feet. But when you're not being chastised by the Lord, you need another wife, you need a new car. You know what I mean? It's never ending with these guys because the Lord's not dealing with them. And that's a very scary thing.
Sorry. I know when I was with them, it put the spirit on me on want to continue a career like music. And I was still kind of fighting. I still wanted to do things in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So for a while, I was fighting with that spirit for a minute.
Wow.
Until I had, till the Lord sat me on behind down and,
Yep.
afflict me more and kept afflicting me. And I realized, you know what? I said, nah, I'll take this. I'll let it suffer.
Hey, that's good, brother.
Yeah.
That's good, brother. That's what it's about, right? That's a testimony. Now, what is that in Jude where it says they pervert the gospel?
It's right here. Where is it at?
Is that it?
Yeah.
1 and 3?
Let me get. Nope.
Or is it Titus 1? Remember, it says they pervert the gospel?
Look at it real quick.
But basically, once you find it, what you're saying is what Apostle Paul warned us about, because you had men, the word pervert means to turn away. So you were seeking the Lord, but then they're basically, without saying it, they're saying it. So then that vibration was put on you where you were kind of betwixt. So that's them perverting. Now we survive, we do what we need to do, but at the end of the day, like Apostle Paul said, we count it all as dung. And let me say, you found it?
Galatians.
Galatians.
No, 1
And then
and 7.
another thing, they're telling the congregation to marry women legally to the state. You'll be a fool. I've had women want me to marry them. I said, hell no. I ain't about to have this state in my bedroom. What's gonna change if we go down and what's gonna change? Now, what, tax? I ain't fucking being overtaxed now. I'm not doing that. So they're trying to make you get a covenant with death.
Yeah, no.
This place, we're in a fucking Queen of Heaven grove right here, brothers. So that would give the Queen of Heaven more power.
Yep.
Don't do it.
Authority over you.
If you got a woman and she really love you, then getting married to the state shouldn't matter. I said, what if New York State fall? Then the marriage is null and void, right? You gotta, jab back. You gotta learn to outwit these people, and they'll try you, man. Don't let these people fucking get one over on y'all brothers, man. You got it?
Yep. This is the book of Galatians, chapter 1 and verse 7.
Yep. Which the Galatians was between the law and faith.
Right, because you had niggas creeping unaware who tried to pretty much put them under the law. You know?
Watch that tiptoeing demon, man. Hey, Dan.
Right.
You gotta watch that.
Like, anybody talk about Dan, you're tripping, bro.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, focus on the scriptures, man.
Yep.
You know?
Y'all brothers got it, Y'all brothers got it. Oh, hey, you brother, you're over Nate. The knowledge that you got, you're over him. What's the mark of the beast?
Trip.
Boom!
What's the name?
What's the name? Yahweh Shimmy outside.
Boom! That's it. That's simple. And y'all brothers already know. So to come from that is high level, you know what I mean? To like, wow, like this knowledge we've been given really puts us in a superior manner spiritually, but we're humble with it.
I'm sorry.
No.
We have authority.
Thank
And
you.
it's time to embrace that, man.
Yep.
We have authority to rebuke false doctrines over devils, demons.
Yep.
We really have authority. Call all y'all by Shemi outside.
Can I read this
We're
precept?
in the spirit of humility with it.
Yep. I'm
know?
sorry, brother.
But we also are bold as lions because we're righteous, though.
Yep.
You know?
Which there's a tiger loose in Rochester right now. Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna read this before we go to
Hopefully
Galatians.
it'll come this way.
Well, you know what? Read that first since the brother's there. Then real quick we go to Mark after.
Yes,
Real
absolutely.
quick.
Yep.
Y'all already there.
Galatians 1 and verse 7, and it says, I'll start verse 6. It says, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him.
Right, so Paul is like, damn. Like, look how they got y'all that quick, man. I was just with y'all, breaking it down, building you up. Now I'm marvel, like, wow, you gonna let these guys come in and sway you? You know?
Be with you.
Well, we seen that. There was a young man that was with Great Millstone up here, and then he was out camping, teaching.
Yeah.
Then he went 1 week away from the camp
Yep.
and with his family, and he fucking started crying over his Mo cousin and converted back to Christianity. And then he started calling on Ahia.
Yep.
You were my witness.
Yeah, we right there.
I had to rebuke his ass on the phone.
Yep.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So that brothers, be careful. Because we're in a time where your family could be used again. Ain't nothing wrong loving your woman, but you be wise with it. You gotta be careful.
And that happened with a couple of the disciples, right? Didn't it happen with Peter? Yahweh Shai knew. He said, before the cock crow 3 times, you'll deny me. So that quick, they came and grabbed Yahweh Shai up, and he went, trying to save his skin, his flesh.
Yeah, he had to go through that temptation.
Yeah, that had to happen.
So read that again.
Yep. Galatians 1 and 6, it says, I marvel that ye are so soon removed from him that called you into the grace of Yahweh Shai unto another gospel, which is not another, but there be some that trouble you and will pervert the gospel of Yahweh Shai Mashiach.
Now you hear the term pervert. That's Benjamin. So you hear the term pervert. Now in the blue letter, the word pervert means to turn around. So you said I was in IUIC, but I noticed that I was kind of turning around back to the world while still identifying as an Israelite. Hey, we ain't in a time to just identify. This has got to be Jew inwardly. Paul was using Gentile Israelites to cut the circumcision. You got Israelites that are not living by the law that are more of a righteous spirit than them that are living by the law.
Right, it's not about looking like a Jew. Like, you could have the so-called skin complexion, the beard, the garment, but then you're wicked.
Yeah.
Like such as of these other groups. Then they say, Great Millstone have white members in the camp. Like you target brothers like Yahshua, that man is in the spirit.
Yeah.
Right.
You're lucky I don't look white.
That's a stumbling block to them, bro.
Right.
You know?
Right. You out here, you saying nigga, he cussing people out, you know?
That's beautiful.
Now, he had mentioned the word authority, right? Let's go real quick to Mark, the 13th chapter, okay?
Start acknowledging your authority.
That's
man.
right.
Hey, what's that scripture? It said, "Rejoice not."
That you got power over
Yes,
the spirits,
the water,
but
the
that
water.
your name's written in the book
The
of life.
water. That's exactly what I want, man.
Okay. You get that right?
The Lord gave us that.
Yes.
You know, but we're not wicked with it.
Nope. Yo, brothers there, Mark 13. Okay, we're going to start at verse 32. This is Mark 13 and 32. But of that day and that hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels which are in heaven, neither the Son.
Right,
but-
so we're not going to come out and tell you, oh, September 11th, 2024, this is it. It's the rapture.
Right.
We don't know the day or the hour. But there's false prophets that'll push that to you too. You know? But we are saying the signs are there.
Hell yeah.
Like I'll tell you, March 25th, 2 days after the Pesach, the Passover, it's a what? It's a lunar eclipse. That's a sign in the heaven.
Yep.
April 8th is what? It's the great solar eclipse.
Yep.
Signs in the heaven.
Yep.
These are the things that Yahushua spoke about before his second coming.
Which the April 8th, the solar eclipse is going to happen on the new moon, which that'll also institute our new Sabbath for the month. So that's heavy too. And a solar eclipse only happens on the new moon, you know? So that's heavy too.
That's heavy.
It says, take ye heed.
Which they're doing a lot of school closings, things of that nature, because that's when a lot of witches and warlocks do their spells and rituals.
Yep.
You know, put up their curses and that, make sacrifices.
Astrology.
You know.
Yep. Because the planets aligning. You had a woman that was, it's called, you can Google it, it's called, I was an astrologer for the president, and basically she was breaking down that she put either Reagan or Bush, but she would go to the White House, wherever the hell they are, because I don't even believe it. They don't live in the White House. That shit,
hell
that's
no.
a stage.
Yeah.
But whatever it is, she would position the president in a spot, and then he would stand where like a light would come in when the planets would align. That's how deep Esau's with it, with his rulership.
It's
called-
where they get that from the Egyptians.
Yep.
They used to do that with the pyramids.
Yep.
That's why the pyramids sit where they sit, because it aligns perfectly with the constellation.
Yep.
That's why you call it an augur or inauguration.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
But Esau's the modern day Egyptian.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And Babylonian.
We in
Great
Egypt.
point.
You know?
And Ninevites.
Yep. It says, take ye heed, watch and pray. And that's one thing the Holy Spirit's been pushing is keep praying.
Yes.
And if you notice you haven't been praying, fight to pray. Because Satan's trying to stop you from praying.
Right, because if he can stop you from praying, he can get in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, because your body's likened unto what? A temple. And those demons are trying to claw their way in.
Yep.
You know?
Sometimes before I go to bed, sometimes I'll be so tired, I'll be like, I can hear someone talking to me, you go to sleep. You prayed a lot. You can just don't pray today.
That's Satan.
That's
And I'll be like,
Yeah.
man, I pray anyway.
Good, brother. Good.
Sometimes I'll wake up in the middle of the night. If I didn't pray when I go to sleep, I'll wake up in the middle of that night and
Yep.
pray.
Yeah, that's a good thing, man. We got to start anointing each other more, and we got to be praying more, because I notice demons are attacking us more in our sleep.
Yeah.
Like I'll feel something crawling in my bed, but it's not there. Or you'll see an apparition, you know, like you'll really see this shit. And then I'll just be like, Agarika Shaitan. Nope, nope. And I'm just calling on the Lord. You just got to fight through it. Don't marvel at it, you know, but fight through it. Keep praying.
I went through that as a younger man, as a child. But to levy on what you just said, I kind of get the opposite of that. Like something to remind me, like, you didn't pray today.
Go good, brother.
Something to be like,
Yep.
yo, you.
That's
you
the
need to
spirit.
pray. You know
Good.
what I mean? Like, you know, you're supposed to acknowledge the Lord for waking you up, keeping you safe when you was slumbering, sleeping. You know what I mean? So you it has to be that voice that clicks on, like, yo,
Yep.
you gotta serve the Lord.
And
more.
one thing I noticed too
You know?
is when the Lord gives us inclinations like that, you have to take advantage of it, because that voice could be taken away.
Yeah.
You know, like you get inspirations,
Yeah.
right? And then it's gone. That's why it says the voice of the Lord was precious in that time.
Yeah.
Because the Lord
Yeah,
could
yeah,
limit it.
yep,
yeah,
So
yep.
we don't want to take it. We want to take advantage. We want to take it for granted. But let me keep reading. Verse 34 says, "For the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey, who left his house and gave authority to his servants."
So the house is the church, and the servants will start with apostles and elders.
Yep.
You know, bishops, deacons.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
first, second in command,
Yep.
camp heads.
Yep.
You know,
So we have authority. We have authority when it comes to the scriptures, but the problem is what these guys have done is they've taken their authority as Israelites and have tried to merge it, or they're merging it with the world. Now you got Gorilla Hebrew and Gorgeous George or Gorgeous Dre breaking down who the real Israelites are. Y'all seen that? Yeah, bro, it's getting bad out here.
Oh my
It's getting real bad out here. We knew it from the jump. When you start seeing Hebrew Israelites doing interviews, Nate's big on that.
Podcasts.
But they're being interviewed as if they're somebody.
Yep.
You know, he was on Africa Diaspora,
Yep.
Adam 22. When you start seeing that, you got to be like, That's why it's funny, but Elder Pastor Har says, pay me 50 racks and I'll debate you. He's saying it in a facetious manner. Like as in, I'm not going to debate, like when the Lord said, go count the grain of sand. You know what I mean? And it says, for the Son of Man is as a man taking a far journey who left his house and gave authority to his servants. So who's giving us the authority? Yahweh Shai. So we don't have to get acknowledgement from the hood. We don't need our family or our women. We don't need none of y'all to acknowledge what's been already given to us. In the day of our power, that's when you're going to see. See, right now, it's a trial era. It's the tribute, you know what I mean? We're just going through certain things. But I'm telling you, mark my words, there's a time coming where it's gonna be a shift. It's gonna click.
Yep.
Like when the power goes out. The power go out, we're gonna glow. See, right now, it's maybe, it's debatable.
it's debatable now.
But there's coming a time.
It's gonna be undeniable.
Thank you. Remember Aaron's staff?
Yep.
Everybody laid it down. Adam Abbott, he laid his staff down. Chief Ephraim, he said, let me get mine in there. And only Aaron's staff budded almonds.
Right, because the Lord's gonna make it clear who he's dealing with, man.
Yep.
And that's why it says in what's that, 2nd Ezra 16?
Yep, see, I was about to get it.
Oh, good.
I'll get it for you.
Good.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, in the Apocrypha, page 35. 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, and verse 73. And it says, then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Right, then shall it be known who are my chosen, man, in a time of trouble. The men who are being protected, who are being delivered. You know, now brothers may be apprehended. You know, the Lord may, he say you shall be brought before judges, kings, rulers, and think not what to speak in that day, because it ain't you that speak, but the Spirit that's speaking within you. So some brothers will actually get the opportunity to cuss these devils out, man.
Right.
Confound them.
Complete confound them. You know, then you may have your head in the guillotine, get beheaded. But hey, that's still the Lord's chosen, man.
Yep.
Then shall it be known who are my chosen.
Yep.
The Most High is going to lift up a standard where you actually get spiritual power.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm sorry, brother, you gonna say something?
Yes, like it, or that guillotine, it cannot, kill you.
Right.
It
could
can
just
break.
It could be the Isaac.
Yeah,
Isaac and the
yeah,
Abraham.
exactly.
You know, but the Lord's going to say, the Lord's going to try you.
Yeah.
He's going to do it. Okay?
Yep.
Ain't nothing's as impossible with
That's
the
right.
Lord. Embrace that too.
Yep.
You know, we going through shit. You have car trouble. But hey, nothing's impossible with the Lord.
right.
This is just bullshit that we're going through now.
Yep.
We're actually going to inherit many mansions, meaning other planets. Me and the brother was talking about that last night. Man.
Yep.
You know?
And this planet itself is huge.
You're
Oh,
just
yeah.
in a city in New York called Rochester. There's other planets out there.
We
Man.
in space right now. We in the middle of space on the
You know,
planet.
you get your heart broke. You crying over one woman in one city, one dirty ass town. There's a whole world out there, man.
We got slaves we ain't beat yet, wives we ain't meet yet, and wine we ain't drink yet.
Right, we got children we ain't see yet.
Yeah.
Call a lawyer about shit.
For real.
Right, because we were talking about we don't have any sons, right?
Yeah.
But in the future,
Yeah.
it ain't happened yet.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't
Yep.
got new bodies
Yeah.
yet.
Yep.
You know?
That's one. I'm sorry.
Hey, what you saying about your sons, man?
Oh, I said I've been saying I want 100 sons till my 100th son turns 100.
Right.
Man.
You know, that's what I mean. That was the spirit jumped on me to
Right.
say that. You say, hey, y'all brothers, I challenge you.
Yep.
Go say that to your woman. Here, hold my Bible. She gonna say, I promise you, you ain't in the right spirit, girl. I say, you selfish. You not thinking of the big, you myopic.
Well, if she was, she'd bring you another,
Exactly.
bring you another wife.
Exactly.
Or concubine.
Exactly.
Right.
Come on, man. We thinking of the bigger picture. And another thing, I identify as a God.
Right. But you have people out here they can identify as a sheep
Yep.
or a dog.
Yep.
You have people that are transforming themselves to become a goddamn German Shepherd.
You got a girl walking around on a leash saying she's a dog.
Yeah.
But I can't say I'm a god. I got to be a fucking African American speaking English.
You'll never be nothing more than black. We
Right.
say niggas don't deserve nothing more than nothing.
Yep.
You know? God damn.
This place limits us, brothers.
Yeah. Back in 2nd Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 73, it says, "Then shall they be known who are my chosen."
And this is the time coming real soon, man. Because Isaiah 4:1 is going to happen on this side.
Yep.
Jacob's trouble, the spiritual power, the standards that's going to be lifted up.
That's right.
You know?
And it goes on to say, "And they shall be tried as the gold in the fire."
Meaning what? The trials and temptation that's coming. You know, the hour of temptation, excuse me.
Yeah.
You know, because it's going to come a time to where if you don't have that charagma, which we see how the world is going, hell, you go to work, what are you doing right now? You badge in, you badge out, everything's through an app on your phone. But pretty much that's going to be biometrics.
Yep.
Pretty much that's going to be put in a rice device that's going to be implanted inside of your body. Which you should watch that movie, Implanted on Tubi. You know?
My job, they already marked the beast ready because like certain doors we got to go into, they got the little black box.
Yep.
And you can tell when you got to put your hand.
Oh,
in,
yeah.
but
It's a
just
key
put the
fob.
ID, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But your ID, you just tap it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, people, a lot of these people, you know, I'm saying it through the spirit, but they already got the device.
Yep.
You can
Yep.
see,
Yep.
Yeah.
you know.
Well, you had the sheet of my Amazon. She was marveling over the Amazon One payment. She said, "Oh my gosh, I can pay with my hand."
Happy
Remember
as
you
hell.
did the video at Whole Foods?
Oh yeah. I went to Whole Foods. Even though cause I never been before, I wanted to see for myself. And I seen that shit, and I did a video. I recorded the whole thing, and after that, I did a video on it.
No
And I seen
man
people paying with that shit, man.
might buy or sell save he that has the mark.
Yep.
You know, well, black women want their weave, so how they gonna get it? They gonna have to get that mark.
You ain't gonna weave a missile though.
You got to say something, brother?
I had a childhood friend before we had a phone out. I asked him, I said, brother, I said, don't take the vaccine. I said, don't take the jab, and don't take the Corona. And he said, you know what, son? He said, yo, I'm taking it. I was like, yo, I said, I know where you stand at, son. You know what I'm saying? I said, you know, and I blocked him.
Good, brother.
And we
I said,
50
we don't
still.
talk no more than nothing.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Good.
We grew up since we was playing in the dirt.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I cut him off because I just noticed he was calling me I was drunk and just, you know what I'm saying? Just wilding, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he was just so engulfed in his world. It's like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, yo, I gotta distance myself from you.
I got a precept.
It made me think about what you said. You said that, you know, we in this truth, but everything in this world is trying to bring us back into the world. So we gotta fight that.
Yep.
You know?
Well, Yahweh Shai said there'll be two in the field, but one will be taken.
Yeah.
But real quick for you, brother, which is for all of us in one way, shape, or another, which let me add too, he was in the spirit of the N-dub that said, let me go to hell.
Yeah.
You seen her little thick, nasty ass?
Yeah.
We looking past it.
Right.
We looking past the black dresses, man.
Right.
Okay? J. Cole said it best. This is
Favor.
2 Corinthians 6 and 14.
14.
Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Right.
Boom. Perfect.
Cause it's gonna get to a point like, yo, look, man.
I don't want to smoke black and mild.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Fuck away from me.
Right.
That's-
I don't want to talk to her. She got a man, nigga.
Yeah.
Right. You know?
I remember real quick, so like I remember in the world before I came to the truth, I was doing whatever with my cousin. And then after we got done what we was doing, I was like, man, this shit not fun no more. Then after that, I came to the truth.
It says, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
Right. So we really, you know, worldly friends, that shit's over. You know?
Yep.
Can I add to what you said too, brother? That same person at that very instant at a drop of a dime to say, fuck it, I'm taking it. That's the same person that's gonna turn you in.
Yep.
Drop a dime on it.
Well, you got a precept for that statement you made?
I don't have it on.
First chapter.
Yep. That's a good.
Luke 21 tells you that.
Also,
It's Matthew.
the Inspire Our Liberty.
Oh yeah.
Bondage.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let me know when you're there, brother. Yep. And Strive 16.
Is it
Yep.
Yeah. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 16. And ye shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends.
And who?
And friends.
Yep.
And some of you shall they cause, excuse me, Salakia,
You good?
to be put to death.
Death. Boom.
You gotta watch niggas, man. Like we were
See?
talking about last night.
Yep.
The real family is the brotherhood.
That's
Is that
right.
Luke 12 and 56. You want to get that, brother? Baba Kushal?
That's right.
Luke 12, I believe it's verse 56.
Yep.
Or 46 through 50.
Yep.
46 through 50.
Yep. But see, the statements that we're making, we back it up with a precept.
That's right.
Because everything that we can see in the spirit, it's already been recorded for us to read, to reaffirm what we're saying.
Right.
You know?
He said that. He said he was going on a trip to Colombia. I said, which you know, he's so-called got a good job now, and now he's taking trips to Colombia. And I said, yo, you gonna get enough of that. I said, you better watch something happen to you. I said, because the way you talking, something gonna happen to you.
And this conversation is literally what's getting ready to happen to the world.
Exactly.
Women are recording their testimonies of not being able to pay bills. Men are killing adulterous women.
Yep.
People are losing it. One thing I noticed, I was in a grocery store, mayonnaise $10 now.
Yeah, that shit is a small jar.
I might as well buy the Undercover Brother watch. Like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, $10. And I'm looking around, I'm like, no one's saying nothing.
Nobody's mad, you know?
But they gotta deal with it too.
Yep.
They do. But
They
like you gotta put gas tank and buy mayonnaise. Goddamn, that's
Yep.
like $50.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. I said this about 2 years ago. I said the $20 is the new $1 bill.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
$20 is the new $1 bill.
Oh, that in Rev?
6.
A day's
Yep.
Day's wage.
Yep.
Day's wage.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. We're in a time. This is why faith is gonna be so important.
And on the average, most people might make between $140. If you're lucky, maybe $200 a day. If you're lucky.
If
that.
you're lucky. And you're
Right.
busting ass.
Right.
But he had a precept he's reading?
Yep.
Okay.
You got it, brother?
So this is 12 and 51. Let me start at 51.
Yeah.
Suppose ye that I am Salakia, I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but
Wait.
rather division.
I'm sorry. Is that the one we talk about as family?
I'll look. Let me see.
That's a good one though.
That's a
Yep.
good one.
Mother.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay, yep. Well, real
Is
quick,
that
hold
in
on.
there?
Yeah. So you trying to tell me, like, right, if this was a Christian church, they're gonna say, so Jesus is gonna come back and grab Trump and grab Biden and sit him down
Right.
and talk. No,
Right. No.
Outta
no.
here, man.
It
Hell
says
no.
the Lord of hosts mustereth the battle.
Right.
You know, y'all know that in Isaiah 13. Y'all know what the word mustereth mean?
Gather up.
Yep. To examine a troop.
Yep.
To make them ready for war. Like the scene in Full Metal Jacket, he said, hang now, cut your cuticle. He was going
Yep.
through the list, getting them ready to ship them out.
Yep.
So the Lord is getting these people, these armies ready. And you know what I noticed? Everybody's ready but Babylon.
Yep.
Everybody's getting ready.
And this is the rejoicing city that dwell carelessly.
That's right.
Prime example, St. Patrick's Parade.
Yep.
We can't teach where we normally teach at
Yep.
because them niggas are day drinking.
Yep.
Freaking off over there.
Yep.
You know?
You got crop top.
For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2.
Why is
and
5
2
in one?
against 3.
Why is 5 in one house? Because their ass can't afford rent.
Yep.
So it's 5 of them stacked up.
Yep.
250, 250, 250.
Yeah.
You know, and now he's starting to, hey, you learn the truth, you in college, that white friend ain't a friend no more.
Nope. Right. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You start changing.
Yep.
You know?
Can't hang with Joey no more.
Start getting rendered active.
Yeah, no, I can't play Madden today.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Where they exude themselves and their white supremacy. They can't hang with you no more because they're on a different status quo.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And what they say, the friends you had in high school when you're in college or something, you no longer have them.
Yep.
anymore. So,
Yep.
you know, people,
Hey, since brothers is, you know, there's a testimony spirit in the air, but I gotta say real quick. So when I went to school, hey, ain't nobody fuck with me. You know what I mean? I wasn't the cool guy.
Yeah.
I wasn't at the table.
Me too.
You know, I wasn't banging on the lunch table and rapping.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So when I learned the truth, it turned me into a man,
That's right.
which we're still becoming greater men, right? So when I went back to Syracuse, this Jake that went to high school with me, who never talked to me, football team, all that, he came up to me, said he knew my name. I'm like, how this nigga know my name? You know, I'm with my people. He said, hey, what's up? And I said, I don't know you.
Right.
I knew exactly who he was, but I didn't need to address him now.
Right.
I'm a new man now. I don't know you, nigga.
Yeah.
I don't know you. I just learned all this what I learned. The world ended. I don't gotta fake it to make it no more.
Right.
You ain't talked to me in school. Why the fuck we saying hi now? He said, really? Bro, it's me. Nigga, I don't know you.
Me.
You losing your big pun spirit.
Right.
I don't know.
From where?
Race?
What? I don't know you,
Anyway,
man.
don't
I
know
straight
you.
ignored his ass.
Yep.
Fuck out of here. We don't, hey, brothers, we don't owe these people nothing, man.
Nope.
You don't owe these people nothing. Because there's also a spirit you got to battle for the brothers that have, you know, that are around their family and women. You got to be careful of that pleasing your woman spirit, too.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why it says, be as though you have none.
Yeah.
They that have wives to be as though you have none.
Yeah.
Because women are all about this world.
You got to check it. If you notice Satan, you got to address it. And then we can work through it. But if you're going to try to keep fighting it, we two can't walk together, baby.
Gotta go.
You know?
That reminds me, I'm constantly always having to check my wife.
Yep. Trouble in the
I
flesh.
have to keep her in check.
Yep.
Constantly.
Yep.
She's the weaker vessel, I understand that.
Yep.
But I have to keep her, because she'll start veering off.
Yep.
So you constantly have to keep your wife in check.
You hear that, sisters?
You know?
Okay?
Constantly keep them in check.
Yes.
And it's not me being mean or
A lion in your
disrespectful.
household, nope.
I got to keep my household in order.
There you go.
So, you know,
That's it.
So they house
it's
in
not
order.
personal.
Nope.
Just, if she start getting out of character,
Yep.
now everything else is off.
Yep. Well, I got something for you. What were we reading? Because I want to keep the precepts
Reading
going.
Luke.
Okay, good. And I got 2 Corinthians. You had a brother who had a dream that basically his whole family took the mark and he had to leave them. It's a sad reality, but it's a truth.
And the apostles say that.
Yep.
You know, they do say that.
Yep. So just pray.
Right. Lord willing, it don't happen.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
If it do, we understand it.
but, right, because we're hopeful, because it does say in the address that thy children shall not see hell.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. So let's finish Luke.
The father shall be divided against the son,
Yep.
and the son against the father.
Oh,
Nevertheless, going back on that point, that is a possibility. You can be with this woman X amount of years, then shit happens. Next thing you know, she come home with the device.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And the Spirit will let you know too, because the Lord is dealing with us. That we're not because we're saying we this or that, because we've experienced, you know, certain thoughts, or you'll have what is it,
Inclination. Intuition.
intuition.
Yeah.
You know, so you'll know those things. You know. So read that again.
So women are not the only one with intuition.
Right.
That's they push in the world.
Right.
It's called the Holy Spirit.
Yep.
And we have it too.
Yep. But we have it only.
Right.
We have it only. You got it.
The father shall be divided against the son.
Right, now real quick, because there's meat in everything. Y'all know how I am. Slakia. But remember, Apostle Paul's had who?
Gamaliel.
No, Timothy.
Yep.
Wasn't Timothy's father a Greek?
Yep.
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 So my father's a Greek.
Yep.
So you honor your father, but he cannot agree with what you agree in.
Exactly.
So that's that division. But this is the time we're in. So it's okay. I get it. You don't understand. I'm not going to hate you for it. I just understand the Lord has put me in a different path. It took my mom about 7 years to actually acknowledge what I'm doing, as in, oh, he's not in a cult. You know, now hey, I need some counsel. You're a Christian, but I'm the one going into scriptures. And now you ended a conversation saying amen. You know what I mean? Because, you know, but real talk. Because now these people, 5 years ago, it was easy to say you're a Christian and go to the Falcons game. Now it's like, yo, my identity as a Christian ain't helping me with the tribulations that my country is facing.
Right.
People are facing things collectively, and what they have indulged themselves in is not giving a hedge around them.
Right.
That's what they're seeing now, you know? Keep going.
The mother against the daughter.
You saw that with the jab.
Yep.
The dude, there was a video
Yep.
of a
Yeah.
father crying, man.
Yep.
And his fucking, whatever, Edomites or whatever. But the daughter snuck off and got jumped. And then she came back and he said, I told your mother not to do it. I told you. And she fucking laughed at him, man. You know? So I hope her ass got 2 X's on her eyes right now. That was foul. Because in our kingdom, kids, they're going to be unruly. But they're gonna get judged. They gotta honor their mother and father.
The heathen kids.
The heathen, the water. Thank you.
I know what you mean.
Yep, but the water. We gotta qualify our statements. But the point is, you're seeing that division too. So we're gonna see that with the mark too. You know? Keep going.
And the daughter against the mother.
Yo, I'm an Israelite. My husband, he with Wi-Fi. Right? Right?
The truth is bringing that division.
Yeah.
There's a divide going on right now, man. The line is drawn. What
Yup.
side are you on?
Yep.
You know?
Well, it says, choose you this day who you'll
Which
serve.
God you gonna serve?
You have
on
to-
this side of the flood, or that, you know?
Yep. Got to put your foot down, brothers. Which not saying y'all haven't, but be unmovable.
Some of these people, man, through the spirit, you know, I just gotta cut you off.
Yep.
Like the brother said earlier, you're done.
Yep.
You know?
And the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law.
And that, you know, that's reiterating what Micah quoted. Keep going. It's gonna say it, I believe.
And he said also to the people, when ye see a cloud rise out of the west, straightway ye say, there cometh a shower, and so it is.
Yep.
And when ye see south winds blow, ye say, there will be heat, and it cometh to pass.
Hey, I have a cousin in the world since we were younger. He's real good at that shit. He's like, oh, shit's gonna rain. You know, hurricane coming. You know, so Jake is really big into that, but they can't discern the signs of what's going on earth.
Right.
You know? Keep going, brother.
Ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how is it that ye do not discern this time?
Woo! Right. That's what the time we're in right now.
Right.
You know? Now I got Corinthians,
Okay.
so I want
I
to
think
finish.
it's a little more.
Oh, I'm sorry.
About the who's my brother?
Yeah. Is that,
Oh, okay.
Does that go into that, brother?
Well, I know Matthew does.
I got it right here in Matthew.
Oh, you got
If
it in Matthew.
if
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. It might have been, that was the spirit then. It's Matthew 12, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Yep.
Okay.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, and verse 46.
So that was all the spirit going into that division.
Yeah.
A man's foes being of his own household.
Mhm.
You know?
Yep.
This is Matthew chapter 12 and verse 46. It says, while he yet talked to the people, behold, his mother and his brethren stood without, desiring to speak with him.
Right, like you at camp, and you getting a phone call, son. Oh, nah, I'm son.
Right.
Son, I need to speak to you. That shit can wait.
Right. I
know?
hate when people hit me up at camp.
Oh, my
You know,
goodness,
do
right.
not talk to me today. You know,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Well, one time we was in the brother's phone, and this creature was calling, and I said, "Stop calling." I explained it to her later, man. She just kept calling, bro.
Like, God damn.
Yeah.
Yep. Fucking demon.
Like I know the brother gold, but you gotta wait to see that shine. You know what I mean? But stop going back. You gotta put your foot down, cause these people will go. They'll just keep pushing it and pushing. You can't let these fucking. Everybody's a heathen except for the elect, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Everybody's a heathen one way or another.
It's called boundaries. You know, as men of the Lord, we establish those boundaries.
Right.
And, you know, these people gonna respect that.
We're the pillars.
Yep.
We're the ones that are keeping our mind fortified. Everyone else is a liability. At any minute, you could get swayed.
A matrix. At any minute,
Woo!
fucking agent could hop in your shit, man.
Yeah. Let
me
Next
bang
thing
my
you know,
stash.
this is Agent, you know,
Provocateur.
Agent Smith.
Yep.
Yep. Everybody's an agent.
Which Chief Ephraim's got his own cutout in the New York Times, and it's titled Agent Provocateur.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, yep.
I remember you sent that.
Yeah. Come on,
He's
man.
a lot. I'm sorry.
It's like nigga.
A lot of these guys, they're juiced in. You know, they're getting their hands greased because they're doing things.
Yep.
You know.
They're funded. You know how much it would cost for us to have matching shirts and to provide different colors for depending on how we feel for y'all? Here you go, brother. Here, brother. You know?
Today's purple.
Right.
You know?
And then
Yeah.
you get the banner, and then look, we got the tree. We wrap GMS around it.
Right.
And we got the menorah. That's money. And then we still paying bills and gas and all. That's a lot of money, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
And it says, Matthew 12 and 47, then
The schools, the chairs. Yo, you know how much an office chair costs? Them shits are, and then you
Yeah.
getting embroidered,
Yeah,
and then they're adding captain on it. Bro, that's some bread.
yes.
You know, logos. Oh shit, you could go to Vistaprint and try to freak something, but it ain't getting that far, man.
Right.
You know? Then you get the license plate. You got. I heard you
Damn.
when you custom a license plate, you have to pay that every month, right? Y'all brothers ever hear about that?
You do have to pay. I'm not sure if it's monthly, but it's
Right.
bread.
Customs probably.
It's more than
Yeah. Oh, okay.
more than usual.
Yep.
And it says, verse 47, then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren stand without, desiring to speak with thee. But he answered and said unto him,
So Yahushua was at camp, right?
Pretty much.
And there was a multitude of people, and then his mother, right? What the vocab called the Virgin Mary, right? She's coming, hey, Yahushua, you know, trying to, because it's probably she's a small woman. We're all tall men, so she, you know what I mean? That's why somebody had to say, hey, your mother and who was it? The sister?
yep, it says, but it says, then one said unto him, behold, thy mother and thy brethren.
So Yahushua's in the spirit, breaking things down to his men, and as he's doing, that's Satan.
Yep.
And as he's doing it, we're in the time shit's gonna happen. Lightning bolts immediately. So Yahushua is breaking it down, and then they're over here trying to speak to him. So a brother, like, he's probably nervous. Like, hey, you're Exodus 20, you know, your mother over here.
Right, yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But he's like, watch, keep going.
And it says, verse 48, but he answered and said unto him that told him, this is red letter.
See?
Who is my mother and who is my brethren?
Question him. You know, like you know, you ask him a question. Who is my mother and my brother? You know, then he's gonna break it down to him. You know?
Verse 49, and he stretched forth his hand toward his disciples and said, behold, my mother and my brethren. For whosoever shall do the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and sister and mother.
Go ahead, you got it.
That man's in the spirit.
Yep.
That's when you know you're in the spirit, because the mother refers to what? Wisdom,
That's right.
you know? And then the sister, beauty,
Yep.
right? And then the brethren, who my pastors
brotherhood.
of men,
That's right.
the house of David.
That's right.
So Yahweh Shai shows us what spirit we need to be in. That's all what the Holy Spirit is telling us.
Right, not in the spirit of you know, worshiping family or doing everything that they say, because they're worldly and they're gonna pull you in the world.
And then guess what? Now you pulled in the world, but when the deal go down, they gonna put the control down. Look, what we gonna do?
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
Right.
I was doing it.
Right. Yep.
Your ass want me to play Tekken and shit. I'm out here trying to serve the Lord.
Right.
We miss you.
Yeah.
When you coming to the barbecue? You know?
That's just like when we was over there on Stilson Street. My aunt came up. They was blowing the horn.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just gonna ignore me?
Yeah.
Damn right.
I was just thinking, I said, what if I was teaching
Right.
and she did it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yup.
Well,
We'll
that's
be back after this commercial break.
Right.
that's why Yahweh Shai said, let the dead bury dead.
Yep.
You know, fuck them.
Yep.
You know?
So I went over there later on. I told her that. I was like, yeah, you can't be doing that.
No.
yeah.
Don't do that.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah. Let's keep it going.
Yep. Oh, that was it.
Okay.
Get
What you
got
want?
something?
Well, I just had the second. It goes with it.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Now back in 2 Corinthians, we initially went to that. 2 Corinthians 6, and we'll start at 14 again. I'll wait for you brothers to get there. And while y'all getting there, I want to say this. What we're learning is going to benefit us when the deal go down. Imagine being that family man, and now you got to juggle all this, the whole family on your back. You know? That shit ain't going to work, man. It says,
That's why you want to keep your life simple.
Yep.
As possible.
Exactly.
yep.
That's what the apostles have been pushing.
Yep.
Simple life.
Keep it simple. Now, 2 Corinthians 6 and 14, but it says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
We ain't hanging out with Jehovah's Witnesses.
No.
For
hell
what?
no.
We're not going to their church. We don't need to have to debate them.
Right.
You know, we have authority. We have the truth. Okay.
We're not going to sit on Sanetta's podcast.
Right.
Right.
We're not going on Clubhouse.
Definitely not going to see Adam 22.
No.
Goddamn.
No.
Yeah.
It says, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness?
We don't have any merch. You know, we're not trying to sell you anything. We're just out here to preach the whole gospel, man. True sincerity.
Yep.
You know,
And what communion has light with darkness?
nothing. We don't want nothing to do with you guys. We want to stay separate from you. We don't want you around us. You know.
Yep. Which, when light and dark meet, it's actually called the twilight. That's where you get the twilight zone. You know, so it's like, nah, we don't want none of that weird shit. It says, and what concord has Hamashiach with Belial? Baal.
Right. Satan.
Right. Or what part has he that believed with an infidel? And what agreement has the temple of Yahweh with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As Yahweh has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them. He said that to the Israelites. So that's another cut. And it says, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Wherefore come out from among them. See, so like now, we didn't take y'all over there to St. Paul or to St. Patrick's Day. We moved over here, you know?
Right, because think about if we would have went over there. You know, we could have got into a
Drunks.
argument.
Yep.
Some drunks could have came up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you never know what
Yeah.
could have
You
happened.
got spirits.
And we'd have to repent.
Then we'd have to move anyway.
Yeah.
You know.
Yep.
You know, they changed the patch of that street on State Street to St. Patrick's Way.
Yep.
Because I tried
Yeah.
to turn
Ah.
down State Street. I said, what the fuck? I said, this used to be State Street. And then I went down further, then it's the part of it. I'm like, this
Yep.
is crazy.
They do that shit every year.
Every year they do that.
Let them have it, right?
Yeah.
Let their ass have it. And where the hell is the Palestinian protesters? Better jump out somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Go do a sit down in front of the horses and shit. It says, verse 17, wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate.
Be ye holy. Come out from among them and be holy. Don't hang out with them. Don't sit down with them. Don't debate them. Don't get on their podcasts.
Right.
Don't fall into their snares because they're trying to trap you in your words.
Exactly.
You know?
Yep. And it says,
And also, you don't want to push that spirit on the sheep.
no,
Right.
That's the worst thing you can do.
no.
You know?
You don't want to put a worldly acceptance on brothers and sisters, because that's one thing we all came from was the world, one way or another. I remember when I first learned the truth, I was following all these Hebrew Israelites, and it just came to my mind. This black woman, she was used to post all these precepts, all this shalom in Hebrew. She uploaded a video of her in a hotel playing spades with Edomites smoking a cigarette.
What?
But on the internet,
Wow.
you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
That's from left field.
Yeah, I said I was like, what the fuck? Because sometimes us as coming in, you could have the notion that how you feel, other people feel that way, but not everybody's got the same zeal. Not everyone's got the same zeal. It says, and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you, and will be.
So if you're not calling on the right name, you're unclean.
Yep.
Okay, what's that about the sepulchres? You know?
Luke 11:44, Yahushua said, ye are as graves which appear not. Because like, say when you would get buried, there will be an indication for you to know there's a grave here, because if once you touch it, you become unclean. So Yahushua is referring to these other Israelite men as graves, but men are walking over not knowing, and now they become unclean.
Yeah.
So when brothers and sisters get converted to this doctrine, they have to be washed and be born again, you know? So
Right, so you watching their videos and you just spewing out what they say,
Yep.
being a parrot, but not doing your own research and filtering through the scriptures, you are becoming unclean calling on JC.
sacrifice of a fool.
Yep.
You know, you don't want to do that, you know? And it could be out of sincerity, but it could be there's a law about thank you, brother. There's a law of ignorance where you might do something not knowing. But see, we live in such a draconian system that he wrote it in law that if you break the law, you can't plead ignorance of not knowing. So this system's unrighteous, it's unmerciful. But the Lord will forgive you for not knowing. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Like, you might not know it was a Sabbath, but now you do, you know? It says, verse 18, and will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. That was the point.
Can I get a precept to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 22. Abstain from all appearance of evil.
There you go.
There you go. We said that earlier. Yep.
There you
That's
go.
Right.
We would got rebuked. If we went down there and cussing and something happened, you know what the first thing one of the elders would have said to us? Why were you there?
You
Right.
get called up. What was you doing over there, man?
Why'd you bring those men there?
Like Simba in the elephant graveyard.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
You know better than that.
Yep. Got Nala in the tusk of an
Right.
elephant.
Right. Trying to look cool.
Yeah.
Really, you trying to get clout from the world.
Yep.
man. That's all it is.
Yep.
You want views.
Yep.
You want attention.
Yep.
and you're gonna get it.
Yep. This is where the faith kicks in, right here.
We just want to teach. We just want to edify, man.
Yep.
We just want to build each other up.
Yep.
You know, so whatever questions, whatever the Spirit wants to bring it out, this is the time to do it.
Yep.
Right, it's church.
Yep.
It's the only time where we can truly be ourselves, man.
There's a little testimony. Me, one of the brothers from Newark, we was out in Patterson prophesying on the side on the byways, and some brother pulled up. He said, Shalom. So he's greeting us, and then he like, y'all need to go over there by the projects. So then we said, why we need to go over there by the projects? He said, ain't nobody gonna come over here. Y'all ain't gonna, nobody gonna see y'all. I said, but you found us.
Right.
So it don't matter where you go.
Yeah.
Most High gonna sit, if that person's meant to
That's
see
right.
us, they're gonna see us no matter where we are. He gonna send a spirit. That road could be blocked off and send them this way.
Now let me ask you a question. Do you have a precept for that?
No, I don't.
I got you. This is Matthew 5 and 14. Right?
Yep.
It says, y'all wait for you brothers to get there. See, because everything we were saying is true, but we're going to back it up with a precept.
Right.
Okay? So let me know when y'all brothers there. Y'all there? It says, Matthew's, which you can read the whole thing, but Matthew 5 and 14, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid.
So we can't be hid, you know, and we're not hiding.
Nope.
You know, we're not hiding. We're out here weekly preaching.
Yeah.
Well, Yahushua said, didn't I teach openly?
Openly.
Why
We're teaching openly. You know?
why you coming at me like a thief?
And we're uploading. We're live right now. This spirit is live. You know?
Yep, sir.
Moving.
That's just exercising wisdom, because that was a setup demon. That's the demon that wants you to go over there and get slayed.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. You got some, Kreza?
What's the one that says go to the highways and byways? I know it's in Luke,
Matthew
but
22.
Matthew 22.
Lead them to the
Got
marriage.
something in Proverbs.
Yep.
Proverbs 16 and 9.
Yep, that's the
A
spirit.
man's heart devises his way, but the Lord directed his steps.
Boom.
Yep. And that's also written in Jeremiah. So
Boom.
no matter where you are, the Lord could direct you. You know?
Yep. Like we were all directed. We were directed coming here,
Yep.
you know, because when I got off the exit, I was ready.
Yeah,
you know,
me
I was
too.
like Ultimate Warrior. I was running to the ring, and I said, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Why are they redirecting? Oh, shit, St. Patrick's
Yep.
Day.
Yep.
Damn.
So,
Okay, here it
yep.
is.
So then we were gonna go over to the one spot, but the spirit was like, nope, take the brothers to King Street. Just get away from here, because us applying wisdom is also us being prudent. What could deliver us? Cause say something happened. We're in a time where things are gonna be happening. Prophecy is getting ready to take place. Now we've been exhorting pretty much this whole camp, but we're exhorting on what we're getting ready to experience in the near future.
We're in a time where shit's gonna happen suddenly, just like that. I'm talking about just like
Yep.
that, motherfuckers.
Son, destruction.
Explosion.
Yep.
Heads over here, legs that way.
Yep.
You like, damn, I knew I shouldn't have went over there.
Yep.
You know,
Call it instant karma, be instant judgment.
Yep. Insta kill.
this is why the Lord. If you notice, the Lord is you know the Lord is tightening us up. You know, like a fine-tuned machine's tightening those bolts.
That's right.
I just had this quick one real quick.
Yeah, I got one after you.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10 and verse 23. Jeremiah 10 and verse 23, and it says, O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is not a man that walketh to direct his steps.
You don't direct your own steps. You could have what you're gonna do, thoughts, this and that, and the Most High turn your ass right around.
Yeah.
You know, Jonah, perfect example of that, man. You know,
I got a quick one because you made the statement. You said any minute. So I'm gonna go to 2 Maccabees 8 and 18, real quick, just to prove that, because this is the time we're in. Oh, y'all saw McDonald's went down.
Yeah.
Nobody couldn't get
Yep.
their bacon, right?
Yep.
Their steak and egg and cheese.
the cell phone outages.
Cell phone outages during the Biden State of the Union. The NSA went down. So you're seeing rolling power outages.
Yep.
You know, the eclipse is coming, and now states are declaring state of emergencies. What's going on here?
Signs and wonders.
And I'm glad because I worked that day. And you know what be on my spirit? Not reacting, but observing.
Exactly. Yep.
Or the radios, I'm at work doing whatever, and then the radio went on, that warning, that and I looked around because I ain't hear the warning first. And it went off, then it kept going off. And I said, damn, these motherfuckers ain't even tripping, huh? So that's how it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You can remember he shall not return. You could be on the housetop.
Yeah, yep.
You could be out one day. You know? No, you up there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I be meditating on that at work too, man. Like, damn, what if shit go down and I'm up in here?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, no, before you go ahead, excuse me. But, on that day when they said not go back home, so you literally not gonna go back home, or
I wouldn't.
It might not be. It's not going to be wise to.
Right.
Like, what are you going to go? You know, that's why the Lord said, don't worry about that coat.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
you got.
Yep.
The Lord's going to direct your steps.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
if I,
also, I'm sorry. It also says a man shall desire to go into a city and not be able to.
Yep.
But you gotta think, like you know, you live in Rochester, you work in Greece, you might not be able to get back to
You
Exactly.
might not even want to. You better.
Yeah.
You might not want to.
Yep.
This shit is gonna be a war zone. You know, so it's,
Martial law. I'm sorry.
No, no.
Martial law could be on your street.
Yep.
M-raps, tanks.
yep. So it's gonna play out.
That's when faith is going to really have to kick in. Cause
Right.
Like, cause you can have a demon like, what the fuck? Where do I go? What do I do?
Yep.
You know.
Yep. This is 2 Maccabees 8:18. For they said
Oh,
he.
I'm sorry. Martial law could be waiting for you in your house.
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Like I hope he come back.
You know.
Yeah.
They gonna be in that wishful spirit.
I had a dream like that. You know. I had a dream.
Yep. I had a dream. Yep. That's
I had
a real
dream
thing.
that martial law. I don't know if it was me, but they was in some Jake's house and they were making them sing DMX.
Damn.
Oh shit. You know?
That's real.
Damn.
That's a vision. That's a vision.
Damn.
When they did Jake back in the day, like sing, monkey, dance.
Yeah.
They shoot at the ground.
No, no, wait. I know you got. Now, Malak, you said that. You got a preset for that?
We know you.
We know you
it.
do,
You
brother.
know it.
You know the precept.
Hold on, Ira. Yup, what?
Okay, it goes into Israel, Zion, sing.
There you go, brother.
There you go.
Psalms. Psalm 147,
137.
137. Oh yeah, but it says sing by the rivers. And remember Edom?
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, raises
See?
it, yeah.
Know what you gonna say?
So I was gonna say I had a dream that I was out at camp. I went to and you know, me and another brother, we looked up at the sky and seen something in the sky, like something. It was like something watching us, like. And then the brother said, "Yo, I think you need to get out of here."
Good.
And then
Yep.
I called my mother's house, and then it was like somebody had came and scooped them up and took them away.
Oh,
And I couldn't go there, so I was hiding.
Yep. We're in those times, brothers. We're just in those times. Let me read this
Couldn't go
though.
nowhere, so I was like, oh shoot, where am I gonna go? I was hiding out in the back of the car.
Yep.
Yeah, see, the spirit might say, like, stay, nah,
Yep.
stay here right now. Wait, wait.
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
now don't
Yeah.
go this way. You
They
know?
show that in the military movies where you stick it, they put the helmet on the
Mm-hmm.
gun, on the rifle, but if you put your head up at the wrong time, pew, your
Yep.
head gone.
All right, let's read this. 2 Maccabees 8:18. For they, said he, trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty, who at a beck.
Right, so do not look at, you know, the different M-raps, the military, their armory, their weaponry. Don't focus on that, man.
Yeah.
Because we got armies in the heavens, which you know, like you said, Elisha and the servant. Pray that his eyes be open so that he may see.
Yeah.
We far outnumber them.
Yep.
You know, but it looks like we're done.
Yep.
We look defeated. We don't have a military. We don't have any weaponry. We don't have any power. You know.
Yep.
It looks bad for us if you're just looking. But if you're going by faith, we already got the victory.
That's right. 2 Maccabees 8:18. For they, said he, trust in their weapons.
We don't trust in weapons. We're not on Vice TV at the gun range.
Right.
We're not showing off weapons to our sheep. You know, if a brother that's their business.
Yep.
You know, but our trust is not there.
Nope.
Our trust is in the name Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
It says, trust in their weapons and boldness, but our confidence is in the Almighty, who at a beck can cast down both them.
Instantly. The Lord could allow troops to surround you to give you power in that moment to put them to flight.
Yep.
And that's exactly how it's going to happen in most cases for brothers.
Yep.
You know, so that you can go and deliver another brother in their family.
Yep.
You know?
It says, who at a beck, which is a snap of a finger, right, can cast down both them that come against us and also all the world. So at a beck, the Lord could just drop everything.
It's chess.
Yep.
You know, so the Lord let you make this move, but then his checks makes you right after.
Yep.
You know?
Well, Psalms 91, 10,000 at thy right, 1,000 at thy left. So people, the world of Babylon is going to get cast down at a beck.
We're gonna see it.
Yep.
You know, that's the beautiful part. We're gonna live to see the downfall of our enemies.
Mm-hmm.
And that means 2/3 and these heathen nations. You know?
Yep. You got something, Krajzak?
Oh yeah, going he said back, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is First Thessalonians chapter 5, and I'll start from the top.
You have planes dropping, leave the world behind. You know, her mother called a plane, right? And she was wondering where the mom at. He went to the beach. The plane was on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He had to lie to her and say she should be still on her way here.
Just to keep on.
Saying
Yeah.
When I seen that, oh my bad. When I seen that part, I thought that was a dream. I didn't know that actually happened.
in that movie.
Yeah.
Nah, I think the plane actually crashed.
Yeah, it was all planes and
Yep.
seats and all that stuff.
Where we at, brothers?
We get precept real quick.
Yep. Let's keep these precepts going.
Yeah.
I know brothers got stuff to say. We want precepts out.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord Yahushua so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, we don't need to write unto you. You already know how the day of the Lord is going to come.
Right.
It's going to come suddenly at a beck, like the brother just brought out. Like the Lord is coming as a thief. A thief doesn't let you know when he's coming.
Nope.
He wants to catch you unexpectedly.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Which that's what happened in Exodus. Right?
Yeah.
It said at midnight.
Yep.
So everybody's sleeping, relaxing, chilling, and then boom, there was a cry heard. That's how it's coming. This place is not ready for it. There's going to be games scheduled. There's going to be vacations. There's going to be the mindset of I'm going to get a raise. I'm going to get this engagement ring, and then it's just going to happen.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to have to be stuck with what they've been giving their life to.
Yep.
That's what I was saying earlier to y'all, brothers. You're going to thank the Lord that you gave your time now, because they shall seek me in the day of their affliction.
Yep.
Jake is going to be ready, willing, and able to serve the Lord when judgment comes. That's why Isaiah 4 and 1. That's when everybody want to be. Remember, old girl, she posted on TikTok. She said, he trying to convert me to my religion. I'm just trying to smash.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And it goes on to say, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as shall fell upon a woman with a child, and they shall not escape.
That's a huge red flag. You know how they say red flag? When they say anything about peace, safety, you know, you're fine. No, get out of there, man. Okay, because surely destruction is going to follow.
Yep.
You know, and notice to always read the last part again.
Yep.
Because it's always likened unto a woman in travail, birth pains. You know?
It says, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
And that's not something a woman can escape. Once she's pregnant, nature has to take its course. She has to go through the child growing, the first month, second month, first semester, trimester. You know, then eventually the water breaks, the child is getting ready to come. She can't escape those pains. You know?
And then when the womb opens up, it's called the ring of fire. When the baby's head is crowning, y'all seen it, y'all fathers, we all seen it. And the woman, y'all know, it's called a ring of fire, but then you just had this eclipse that was called what? The ring of fire. All right, now I got a precept to back that up. Were you done on that one?
Yeah, that was it.
Now let's go to 2nd Ezra 16, and we're gonna start at verse 37. This is the time we're in, brothers. This is the time we are in. Passover is next week.
Next week, next camp.
Man.
It falls on the camp day, right?
Yep.
The night after, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, falls in the Sabbath.
Yep. Now, 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack.
They're not slack. The Most High don't count slackness as other men, roughly paraphrasing.
Yep.
You know, meaning it's going to happen.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. And it says, what's that? Precepts in 2 Peter's the 3rd chapter.
We can get that too,
Yep.
because what are we looking forward to? A new heaven and a new earth.
Yep.
You know?
So we should utilize this time and repent. Repent. Just repent.
You should repent, man.
Yep.
Psalms 51.
Yep.
If you don't know that, you should learn that and apply the Psalms 51 prayer.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. Because this could be taken from you. You know, the feeling of your belief. Because remember, faith is a gift.
Right.
So we have to understand that we have been given something. So going back, we don't want to take it for granted. And Jake show you that all the time in the world with a woman, you know? Now that you're gone, I realize what I had. Right though?
Yep.
But wisdom is equated to as a woman, you know? So,
Right.
2nd Ezra 16 and 38. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, which shows you that pregnancy was different, nothing common to man. Pregnancy was different,
Yep.
was different back then, because now a woman is what, 8 months. So there's something that's off with even with that.
Well, it says in Esdras, they shall bring forth monsters, and woman shall
Yep,
bring forth premature kids.
Yep.
But they're gonna be raised up and live.
yep, yep.
You know.
And it says, bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which is heavy because it's,
Contractions.
excuse me, I'm sorry. It says 2 or 3 hours, which makes me think Revelations 3 and 10, the hour of temptation.
Yep. Yep.
See? So we got to also prepare our minds for a great societal change to happen where we're all going to be tempted.
And that hour is a period in time of testing, to enticement to sin.
Yep.
Because that's what temptation is. Now, what is that sin? To get you to put that device in you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which 90% of women are going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
What are you going to say?
I got 2 Peter 3, 3 and
Okay, the brothers got it. The water. The water.
Yep.
It says, great pains compass her womb, which, why does a woman have pain in childbirth? There you go.
Eve.
Yep.
It's the curse that the Lord put on Eve as.
Yep.
You know, and that's on every woman today.
Yep. Yep. Not
Trying to-
listening.
Trying to usurp authority over the man.
Yep. Yep.
You know.
It says, it says, which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment, which is Isaiah 65. My servants shall rejoice, but ye shall be
Sorrowful.
sorrowful, vexation of spirit. So, man's hands on his loins, you know?
Yeah.
It says, slack not a moment, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth.
It's just gonna be like a continuation, man. Like a combo, if you will, man.
A continual knock on the cabin. That's a spiritual movie.
Yeah.
It says,
Each knock was a plague.
yep. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall
The
mourn.
world shall mourn, man.
Wow.
Mourning.
And sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So all these nations is gonna feel it.
So that to me that reminds me of the flood.
Yep.
But this time the flood is gonna come in by fire.
Yep.
The second death is the spirit. The second death
Oh,
is by
yeah.
fire,
Yep.
man.
Right.
You know.
I just got a little bit more if you got it. It says, and sorrows shall come upon it on every side.
Yeah. Many great miseries, starvation, cannibalism.
Yep.
You know, down there in Haiti, they're
Yep.
committing acts of cannibalism.
Yep.
Now they're saying they're creeping up in through the border.
Yeah. Yep.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
With these migrants, you know, there's reports of them doing sick things.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
There's a lot of murders going on.
Raping.
Yep.
which a lot of those are men of military age. You know, it's not like families that are really seeking a better future. Those are military aged men. So you got to think those are got to be those blue helmets, man.
Yep.
Those UN troops, those peacekeepers.
Right. Oh, my people, hear my word. So this proves only the elect is the Lord's people because they're the ones hearing it.
Well, he said, "He that had ears to hear, let him hear."
Right.
You know.
See, Jake just chilling. I mean, I ain't knocking him, but we're using it as a spiritual example. Even going back, he made the statement. So you got camps that kind of put a vibration on you to be worldly. Another one that does that is Sakari.
Yeah.
Al-Azhar, that's a whole worldly ass organization right there, bro. That's the world. That's the world. Picture the world with fringes on it.
Oh man.
That's them, bro.
PK camp.
Yep.
Oh, they don't have like a picture with lean or something weird.
Yes. Yes.
So they're into drugs.
Yes.
You know, that's
Yep.
demons.
On the streets of Tacoma. It says, "Oh, my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle. And in those evils, be even as pilgrims upon the
There you
earth."
go.
See? So we're in a time of a pilgrimage.
Yep.
Going back to the point, he said, so does that mean we can't go back? It said be a pilgrim.
Yeah.
You got, and y'all know the definition of a pilgrim?
Traveler.
Close. But why is he traveling?
Because he have no home.
Nope. More than that. I got you. It's fire, bro. Watch. Pilgrim is a person traveling to a holy place.
Oh, okay.
See? So you were there, but what was the reason why he was traveling? So like the book of Eli, that whole movie was a pilgrimage. And he was walking by faith. So we're entering a time where when a deal go down, hey, we may be in a position where we're not gonna turn. We're gonna pray. Yahweh Shem Shai, Baba Kashal, guide me.
Oh, I got that spirit.
You got
Real
it.
quick. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16. I got Peter's too. 2nd Esdras 16.
Let me say this. I'm sorry. It's on my spirit. I'm thankful to hear this.
Yeah, me too.
I'm thankful to have this knowledge right now. Like it's kind of like okay, so when it goes down, I'm going that way. Like we're being let know right now that yo, this shit gonna hit.
Yeah, cause think about it, man. If these people that don't have this knowledge, they don't know what the hell is happening. Just one day, this like the beginning of World War Z.
Yep.
They just in traffic.
Yep.
Shit is hitting the fan. You gonna bug out.
Yep.
You just opened up the vaults and showed everybody, you know, all that artwork and stuff like that. You know, exactly, you know, icons. So it's like, you know, the truth is there. They still trying to deny it.
Oh yeah. Of course they
We've been
do.
pushing the truth, but you know, it's there. And they still now they trying to backpedal and say, "Oh, we always knew this."
Yep. Right.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras 16 and verse 75. It says, "Be ye not afraid, neither doubts."
Like don't fear. You know, you're facing the fear demon fast. Call it out, acknowledge it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because that's actually a spirit.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why the Lord said, "I give you not the spirit of fear, but of power and a sound mind."
I always do that with y'all brothers. I always acknowledge, like, if there's a demon, we're gonna out it. We're gonna address it, so we can move on. Because the demon, and I've actually we had cleansed our house one time, and I actually watched the demon run out the door. You remember, brothers? I said, "Look, I seen him."
Yep.
You know, I don't know if y'all saw him, but I saw him after we had this nigga. He had gave us this like Mason. Remember we had some. Don't accept everything people give you too. Like, I'm good. You know what I mean? Don't accept everything. So this Jake, he had did like this like a cross bow to us off camera years ago, and he gave us like this book.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck is this? But I didn't think nothing of it, being young. Then it was some there was some stuff happening in the house.
Yeah.
And then we cleansed the whole house.
The whole fucking house.
And then we finally got to the garage, and I was like, "Look, there's that book."
Yep.
Then we had to burn the book, and then after we sent our last prayer out, I watched this demon. It stood in the doorway and it zipped out. I said, "Look, it's gone."
Yeah.
We had to open the door and kick it out.
That happened to me years ago when I was working at Taco Bell, you know, in my younger years. And, you know, I wanted to get some beer or something after working. I asked my manager for $5 or something, and he gave it to me. And I promise you that night, that same thing happened to you. I think I went and bought the beer or something, or I still had the money with me. And I felt something crawling up my leg
See?
under the sheet.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
I actually was seeing the shit.
Yep.
And then I prayed. I didn't know the name then, but the Lord was still
Yep.
dealing with me.
Yep.
I prayed, and the thing went down, and it went out the damn
Yep.
room.
Yep.
I said, "Oh," and I thought, I said, "Is this money you
Yep.
gave me?" Like I had enough sense to figure it out. It's this fucking money you gave me.
Bro,
The
we're
nigga was wicked any damn way.
a prey.
Yeah.
We're a prey here. You know how many testimonies brothers got of almost being overcome by? I got Ephesians.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. But you got it.
Yep. And it says, be a second 2nd Esdras 16 and 75. It says, "Be ye not afraid,
Yep.
neither doubt,
Doubt.
That's another demon.
for the Most High is your guide." And every time I read this precept or think about this precept, I think about the scene in the Matrix. You know, when what was his name? Morpheus was guiding Neo. He said, "Don't go over there. The ages over there. You know, go over here. Then you'll be good." You know.
And then he lacked faith and didn't want to go walk the plank, if you will, and he got apprehended.
Yep.
You see? Now, was that it on that?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah. that was
Okay, now let's go to Ephesians 6, since the Spirit is speaking about the spiritual attack as well.
Oh, yeah.
You know, because you got to understand, when the mark of the beast is implemented, it's going to be a plague of demons on the mind.
Yep.
And people are going to give in because
Oh.
demons will give them a rational thought of it being okay, because the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. So you have to be aware that they're gonna find a reason to make it okay, and they'll almost try to confound you. You know what I mean? Like, shit, you almost got me.
You ain't gonna feed your family.
Right, right. So they're gonna try to. Remember, one of the mail factory said, if you the savior, then get us all off. You know, he's literally fulfilling prophecy, and as he's fulfilling it, the demon's still trying to stop prophecy being fulfilled. So we have to be aware of the narrative of the relationship between the left and the right hand side, and we can't give in to that left, no matter how tempting or genius, right? Because demon goes in intelligence. How intelligent it may seem, we have to trust in the simplicity of the Lord. You know,
Endure to the end.
that's it. You got something?
Real quick.
Yeah.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22 and verse 31. This is the book of Luke 22 and verse 31. It says, and the Lord Yahushua said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan had desired to have you.
So this is Peter, the head of the church. You know, so hey, the Most High, no respecter of persons. So this is the Lord warning us, man. All right, that Satan desires you, man, to sift you, to pull you back in the world, to overthrow your faith. You know.
Shalaki, which chapter?
Yeah,
Luke 22.
Luke 22 and verse 31.
All right, I'm here.
And it says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you.
So you think that changed? No, that goes
Right.
to every brother. He's desiring you. You know, you got to know that. You know, because it's a fight.
You're not exempt.
You know, you got to fight. You watch the tapes. You study your opponent. That's what the demons are doing.
Yeah.
You know,
That he may sift you as wheat.
when you go into the word sift, I believe it goes into
Inward agitation,
into agitation,
which agitation means a mental running to and fro in your mind.
to the verge of overthrowing
Oh
your
my
faith.
God.
That's what they want. They want to take your confidence from Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
I've experienced that firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking firsthand. Mental running to and fro. It'd be like, soon as I wake up, just this morning, soon as I woke up, I'm praying to the Lord, like, please get this. And that's another thing. Acknowledge whatever demon that's messing with you. Acknowledge it to the Lord.
Yep.
Like you're in a courtroom and you're pointing him out, like Esther pointed Haman out.
Yep.
Lord, I want to let it be known. I'm not worried about this mortal thoughts. This is Satan.
Exactly.
I want to acknowledge to you, Yahweh Shem Shai, I do not agree to the statement that they're making right here. Don't agree to it.
You have to understand in the truth, not every thought is your own.
Nope.
The spirit, we bring that out a lot because we had to learn that as men.
Yep.
You know, because you would think, because your brain, right? You have a thought, but not every thought is your thought.
Right.
Satan could put thoughts in your head too.
Yep.
What's
You
the
know?
brother had put on the comment board? Intrusive.
Thoughts.
Truthful thoughts.
Yep.
thoughts.
Yeah.
Yep. See?
And it goes in Isaiah, verse 32, it says, but I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not.
So that's power
That's
right
fire,
there.
man.
That
Yahushua
you have
is
to acknowledge that Yahushua is praying
Mm.
as we pray for one another. You know, if you need prayer, you need to hit the chat up. Hey, brothers,
Yep.
pray for me.
Yep.
You know, you have to start doing that.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
part of this thing of ours too.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to go into detail, but if you know, you can let brothers know.
You should be doing that anyway, praying for brothers. I mean, you can't say every brother in the prayer, but if you can specifically the brothers in your camp.
All
But I-
call Akim.
But I say, you know, the elect, the hopeful elect.
There you go.
The 1/3, and the numeral multitude.
Exactly, absolutely.
Then I put my household and then myself. You know what I mean?
That's it, brother.
Yeah.
And I pray for the brothers. Pray for
Yeah.
these brothers. You know.
That's what Tobit was, I believe he told Tobias that in the book of Tobit. He said, pray for your brethren, you know. And it says, verse 32, it says, but I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not, and when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren.
Right, like we were going in today. What testimonies? You know, testimonies help strengthen the Akim.
Yeah.
You know how you were saying it, brother?
What's that?
Wanting to strengthen the brothers about telling what you have been through.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, exhorting. Like
Yeah,
when
exhortation.
after you deal with something, it's real big on my, because I was looking up a precept. So like, yeah,
It's all good, my bad.
I was looking. There's a precept. I'm gonna grab it where Yahweh Shai told us to pray in 2s and 3s, and it'll be done. I'm gonna grab it, but it's on my spirit. Whatever I go through, I'll let brothers know, or I'll talk about it. So if or when you go through it, you have an idea. But Yahweh Shai, that's a commandment. He said, "When thou art strengthened." So we're in the spirit of what Yahweh Shai told us to be in. Instead of you going through something and now you hiding it. Nah, man, you gotta let brothers know if something's going on. Hey, well, this is what I did. You sick, you know, hey, wow, when I went through that, we did this. Or when this happened in my household, we went like that. So that's what this whole thing is about. It's a body.
Calling out Satan.
Exactly.
Free fall. Freely receive. Freely
Exactly.
give.
It's a constant building.
I got it. This is Matthew 18 and 19. Let's read this real quick. Because we getting ready, man. What's the biggest thing we're going to be doing in Jacob's trouble? Praying.
Praying.
Yep. Calling on the name.
Yep.
You might call on the name the whole entire days.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Pray without ceasing.
Pray
Yep.
without ceasing.
There it is. Matthew 18 and 19. Red letter. I also tell you this. If two of you agree here on earth concerning anything you ask, my Father in heaven will do it for you.
He said it, man. Yahushua, he said, anything that you ask in my name, I will give it to you. You know?
For where two or three gather together as my followers, I am there among them.
Y'all
See?
guys here.
Yep. Yep.
Man.
It's that easy.
That's that it.
We believe that.
Yep. So we have to believe that Yahushua is going to be with us in Jacob's trouble. Hence why the prophecy of Daniel 12, where Ma'aka'Allah will stand up
Right.
for his people, defending his people.
That's right.
So we got to be in the spirit of expectation, you know, expecting.
Hope.
Yep. Like I'll get that too in Romans, a man saved by hope.
That's right.
But like in the movie Braveheart, when William Wallace's wife was tooken,
Yep.
when she was held on the post, she wasn't freaking out. She was looking. She was looking for William, and then he murdered her, you know. But the whole point is she died as a faithful woman.
Yep, she was looking for him the whole time. She
Yep.
never gave up.
Right.
That's spiritual seed.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
Now, do you want that in Peter still? 2 Peter?
Yeah.
Okay. This is the book of 2 Peter. Oh, so like had that in.
It's fine.
Okay.
You got it.
2 Peter 3 and verse 9. 2 Peter 3 and verse 9, and it says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise.
Most High is not slack at all, man. Time is speeding up, and we pray for shortness of days.
Yes.
Okay, so don't ever think, oh, the Lord, how is this written? The Lord delayed this coming? Hell no, man. That's a demon. Every day, thank you, how about Shemi Al-Shai, because something is happening,
Yeah.
you know?
It's
Yep.
almost April. It's about to be summer.
Well, Romans 13 and 11, or what is it? Romans 13 and 11, it says salvation is nearer than when we believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Oh,
Second,
it says when you see these things, lift up your head for your redemption draweth nigh.
That's right.
That's what I always think about when I see things like, oh, solar eclipse, lunar eclipse,
Yeah.
wars, rumors, wars.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness.
What's his promise? His promise was to Abraham.
Yep.
His promise was to Isaac. And then his promise was to Jacob.
Right.
Yep.
That's why when he introduced himself to Jacob, he said, I am the God of your father Isaac.
Yep.
So Christians can say they're of Abraham, but they can't say they're of Isaac.
Yep.
What about the God of Isaac? You see?
And it goes on to say, but is long suffering to us word.
Wadi Abashim Shai
Right,
for
Wadi Habashim
being
Shai,
long
that's
suffering,
right.
because we fall a lot in this truth.
Yep.
And we could fall in our own personal endeavors. It may not always be necessarily a breakdown. It could be a reprobate decision. See? See? But that's why that famine's coming too. Let me say this. Y'all seen the TikTok ban?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
you know what that is? That's called a Trojan horse. When you ban something, it has to be written into a bill to be in effect. So what they did was they didn't write it specifically for TikTok. They wrote it for social media.
Right.
So if they could ban TikTok, they could ban YouTube. They could ban Facebook. They took Trump off. They took Nero off Twitter.
Yep.
You see? So the whole banning of TikTok is ultimately going to cultivate to the famine of the word.
Exactly.
So new title, banning of the word.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Then you got Trudeau, not so true in Canada, saying that you can get life in prison for reading the Bible.
Yep.
And we got brothers out there. And then speaking of Canada, during the time of the vid, when that was going down, you had police arresting people from their houses because they were denying the jump shot. You know?
Yes.
So this thing is really happening out here. You can add everything up and you can see what it's going to be. Prophecy is a mathematical equation. You add it together and you see what it's going to equal.
That's right.
Serving the Lord is a mathematical equation. If you add faith plus hope, it equals salvation. That's it. You got it.
Back in 2 Peter 3 and verse 9, and it says, but his long suffering to us word.
Yeah, to us, the Israelites, he had compassion upon his people.
Yep.
Apostle Paul said, I see that they have a zeal, but not according to knowledge. There's laws of ignorance. See? Keep going.
And it says,
The mere fact that we have sacrifice instituted into our laws proves we are going to go off.
right.
Because we have sacrifices to thank the Lord, peace offerings, right? But then there's also sacrifices given. What's that?
Sin offering.
But there's also offerings for sin. So that proves what? That sin was going to take place.
That we were going to sin. Now, why were we going to sin? Because the creature was made subject
To
to
vanity. Which proves that the law can't save us, because I was thinking about this. We can't even sacrifice on this side. So that proves that it's the grace we're under.
Yep.
You see?
Through Yahweh Shai.
Right.
That's why Yahweh Shai had to be no die.
Yep.
To get this knowledge and stuff, man.
We're the sacrifice now.
Right.
We're the burnt offering. We're all here at the altar. This is an altar, you know?
Present yourself, his body as a living sacrifice.
That's it.
That's what you just said about you can't sacrifice on this side because everything's defiled.
Yep. That's it.
Anyway.
That's it. So you ain't going off if you eat a turkey leg on Thanksgiving. What? And then the chicken you buy from Walmart in September ain't sacrificed to an idol? Everything's unclean here. Everything. The damn water's unclean.
Yeah.
When now Passover's coming, so you got to take the yeast out the house, right? Do y'all brothers know do you know the operations of the Passover? Like what to do? Like for yourself, like if you were to celebrate it, do you know what to do? Okay, well, I could do a lesson on it, but if brothers want to. But one of the things you do is Exodus 12.
Yep, Exodus 12.
But one of the things you do is you take yeast out the house. You know where you can't take yeast out of? The air. There's yeast in the air. So even if we did everything, you built a little addition, but then you got to get a building permit from fucking Rochester. You came in before you built an addition so your woman could be in when she's on her cycle. Now you got that. You got all your fabric 100%. You got that. You're getting all these things done. Then Yahweh Shai returns, you get destroyed. Why I get destroyed? I did all the law. Nope, there was yeast in the air. You see? So the Lord made it to where we have to go through Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
There's no way around it.
Yeah.
You can try. You can be a hard-headed ass nigga and try. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the only direction we can go is Yahweh Shai, which is Hebrews 12, the finisher of our faith. So we're following the man who finished the race of faith. That's where you want to go. You got it?
I got a quick one.
Yep.
So like it. This is the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 6. John 14 and verse 6. Yahweh Shai said unto him, I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Boom.
No man cometh unto the Father but by me.
Right. So that's why he's also known as what? The high priest.
That's right.
We have to have a priest to be the mediator.
Between us and Yahweh.
Right.
Right.
You know, because you have to understand that the Levitical priesthood was a foreshadowing of things to come.
Yep.
It was all symbolic of what Yahweh Shai was coming to do.
So we get the rights of Levi now. Because Levi, now lawyer in the Hebrew means what?
Lawyer.
Nope.
I know it.
Joined unto me. So we now are joined unto the Lord. There's only one priesthood here in Babylon. That's through Great Millstone.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that because I'm in it. I was once not a Great Millstone member. I watched Sakari, right? I hit Sakari up. I was going to meet him. I went to IHBK. I got the shakedown.
I used to watch the Zabak.
I watched
Yeah,
Sabak, but my spirit cleaved to the teachings of Great Millstone, and that teachings has not changed. So me standing back as a self-individual, I say, I'm looking around, right? And I'm like, all these Israelites, the only ones I seeing acting as a prophet and a priest is the men of Great Millstone. Sakari ain't doing it, but they're the chief priests.
Right.
IHBK ain't doing it, but they got the, you're right.
Right.
Commanding
They got the Monday Night Nitro pants with the fringes on. Y'all seen that shit? You know what I'm saying?
man.
Combat boots.
So we have to acknowledge certain things. We're entering the famine of the word, brothers.
Yeah.
It says, seek the Lord while he may be found, call him upon him while he's near. That means soon you ain't gonna get service. You ain't gonna be able to make that phone call no more. You're gonna be stuck with what you got. You will reap what you sow. So if you've been sowing bullshit, then all you're gonna have in Jacob's trouble is bullshit.
Yep.
Niggas sitting there with 50 pairs of Jordans and bitches' numbers. What's that gonna do for
Not a
you?
damn thing.
All this debating how the earth is flat. Now your ass gotta sit there with all them books about you believe the earth is flat. How they gonna fix you when niggas rounding your ass? We surrounded, you know? This shit is really happening. I'm telling you, one day the Wi-Fi just gonna go, you're like, fuck, we paid the bill. Because when it happens, they're not gonna say, look, everybody, it's Jacob's trouble. But you're gonna know it's Jacob's trouble, but you're not gonna get the warnings right now. We're getting the warning right now, you know?
Back in 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9, it says, but as long suffering to us word, not willing that any should perish.
Right, and that's the elect, because we know what the prophecy calls for. It calls for the death of 2/3 of our people.
In the land of Babylon.
In the land of Babylon. They're not going to get it on this side.
Because guess what? When we come down from those ships, which we have to have faith that we're those men, not of pride, but of faith and hope, we're going to be converting other Israelites from around the world. But remember, in the day of thy power, they shall be willing. You mean to tell me you break up some babies out from some fucking bunker with some Stephen Hawkins nigga that's been freaking off, and we come in a gloriful fashion, that they're not gonna thank you for saving me.
Yeah, right.
Save me.
Oh, the Lord said that he shall raise up saviors.
Saviors.
Yeah, the elected
From Mount Zion.
Yeah.
And then Yahweh Shai, boom, cleaned you of leprosy. Boom, made you be able to walk. We're gonna change people's bodies.
You're going to tap in change their body.
Yeah.
Molecular structure.
That's
Yep.
right.
Right on
That
the spot.
spiritual power, tapping their DNA.
Yep.
That's the spirit. I was wondering that too. I said, how they gonna change today?
Perfect. Perfect. See?
Yahweh Shai said, greater works that, what did he say? He said greater works that you
shall do greater.
Yeah,
Yep.
the
It's in John 14, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, yep.
Verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Well, didn't Yahweh raise Yahweh Shai from the dead?
Yeah.
So are we not going to be raising our people from the dead? That's why the breakdown for the 2/3 is only for Babylon. Because when you actually think about it, don't get me started on Haiti, but Babylon is its own wickedness.
Oh, yeah.
But think about Jake's and you know what I mean, in other places, they ain't as wicked as here.
Right.
You see? So so if there's Jakes that ain't in Babylon, they have a chance of making it, of being the 1/3, because it says in you mentioned it in your prayer, numeral multitude, right? It said of every nation and tongue.
Yep.
So when we go to Moab land, we're gonna take our Jake breakdown, we're gonna get them. We're gonna bring them back. The Lord made Miriam leprous.
We're going to get Israel.
Yeah.
It's a recalling of the scattered. Man.
Peaceable multitude.
Yep.
You
Some
know?
were happy,
Yeah.
some were sorrowful.
Yeah. You got it.
And it says, not willing that any should perish,
Yep.
but that all should come to repentance.
Who's going to repent? Only the elect.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Was there more on that? You should go to 3 in about the reserve for fire.
Oh, yeah.
Let's read all of that.
Yeah.
Let's read, just get all that off the bone. We're in a time, we don't know what tomorrow's gonna bring. We don't know. So we gotta start taking advantage of the Lord putting a spirit on us right now. Cause I'll be tired as hell through the week, man.
Oh, yeah.
I was reading, I was falling asleep. I can't even put Gad flute on no more reading, cause I'll fall asleep. I get mad cause I gotta go to work.
Right.
Then I come home and it's like, man, we gotta read, we gotta do stuff.
Right, man.
So this is the only opportunity we get right here.
That's a demon, man. Every time you start reading, you get sleepy and shit.
I was gonna say that because when I first was coming into the truth and was reading, that would happen to it. Don't happen to me now.
Good.
When I used to get sleep, I'm like, why the fuck I'm so sleepy? As soon as I open it, I'm sleepy. I can watch TV fine. As soon as I can read the Bible and and all this shit, that's a demon because it hops on you, hops off.
Yep.
Now this is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. We're gonna jump up a little bit. 2 Peter 3 and verse 6. Oh, sorry,
Start
5.
at 1, brother.
Yeah, sorry, 1.
Let's break 2 Peter's 3 down.
Yes.
Right?
2 Peter 3 and verse 1. It says, this second epistle, beloved, I now write unto you, and both which I stir up your pure minds.
Oh, I'm not black?
Right.
Oh, Jesus ain't white?
Right.
Stirred up. Stir it up.
Yup.
We got.
I'm sorry.
You got it.
So-called white man's the devil? What?
Yup.
They're the enemy?
That's in the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's the main one. That's what I was.
Yup.
Oh,
That's the
shit,
name?
That's in the Bible? Wow.
By
They
fire.
going into slavery? Wow.
I have no problem with none of that.
I sure don't.
I ain't had
Yeah,
no
me
problem with
neither.
none of that.
Yeah.
They put our
Yup.
ass in slavery.
Yep.
You know?
The crafty
going.
council.
Yep.
But I think that's what turned a lot of people away because they don't grasp the magnitude of what was done to us. Like I said, bash they babies against the
Stone, that shit was happening in the J. That's
Careful,
revenge.
vocab,
Mike.
Huh?
No, but
But what you just said is Jeremiah 15:5. Who shall bemoan thee? They don't want to hear your gripe because they got a demon on them not to care for what you're going through.
they got to get over it, demon.
Yeah.
You know, of course,
Yep.
we still recall it of what they fed our kids to alligators.
Yep.
They actually put our people in human zoos.
Yep.
They put our babies in circuses and hit the nigger baby.
Yep. Yep.
You know?
Yep.
And
So you got to pay for that. And the scripture says times 2.
Yep. Good.
You know?
Keep going.
and it says, and both which I stir up your pure minds by way of remembrance.
So we're stirring our people's minds up because you have to have a hatred for Esau. You know? Because a lot of our people, they love this damn devil. But we're reminding you of what happened unto you because we're our forefathers coming back. You know?
that ye may be mindful of the words which were spoken before by the holy prophets and of the commandment of us, the apostles.
Right,
of
because
the,
this was written thousands of years ago, but now we see it coming. Now it's bringing it up. You know?
and it says, of the Lord and Savior, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days
There's
scoffers.
plenty of scoffers out there, man. Niggas be on YouTube making fun of the Israelites, you know,
Yeah.
eating shrimp on camera, G-man,
Yep.
pork, lobster, crab. There's scoffers everywhere.
Oh, let me say this, a word to the wise. Don't come up against the 12 tribes chart. Because there's a hedge around the 12 tribes chart. If you start questioning it or you start thinking it is false, you're out of here.
You got demons on you.
Fopi, out of there. Tried and fried,
Yeah.
out of there.
Yep.
Everybody who's came up against this have failed.
Man, the Wadi Habashim
Wadi
outside.
Habashim outside.
Oh,
Because
Wadi
when I was
Habashim
first
outside.
learning, you know, I didn't know, but I didn't know that the North was the North. You know, but then the Lord opened my eyes up to it. I saw this movie called Buried My Heart at Wounded Knee.
Yep.
And I showed you, brothers.
Yep.
And the chief, he started prophesying. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yep.
You know?
So don't worry.
Yep.
The white man will die.
He said the white man will be no more. That's
Yep.
Obadiah 118.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yep.
Then you go into the history, they classified Gad as niggers. They
Yep.
called them tree niggers.
Yep.
They fit the curses.
Yep. They classified Gad as black in 1862, if I'm not mistaken.
Then shit, take your ass to New Orleans. That's a whole lot of Gadites and Reubenites
Hell
down there,
yeah.
man. You would think they were Judah. They're
Yep.
not.
Right.
Yep.
Too.
Yep.
Yep,
Florida
Florida.
too. Yep.
And it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts.
Walking after their own lust, trying to fulfill their own belly, man.
Yep.
You know, just trying to get money, you know, scoffing, or just trying to get likes or views for their channel, you know.
For 50 lucre. And it says, verse 4, and saying, where's the promise of his coming?
Just putting that doubt, that demon of doubt out there, man. Saying that the Lord delaying his coming. Lord ain't delaying his coming. You know, saying that we could stay in the world, we could make rap videos, you know.
Mm-hmm.
We only got to date the black woman. It's a lot of
Oh, my
heresies out
goodness.
there. It's a lot of bullshit that our people be saying, man. You know?
Yeah, we're in a time where it's gonna be judgment, cause it's at a max overload of heresy right now, and it's just non-stop, and they're not listening, they're not hearkening.
And it's complete contradictory.
Yep.
Like the one we were listening to earlier, where you have IUIC saying that pretty much that the nations are going to be done away with, but then after 1,000 years, the white man's going to be loose to make war against us. It don't make any sense.
Scriptures don't say that shit though. Come on, man. You adding to the word, man. That's why Howard Shai said, if you add to the word, the Lord's gonna add plagues unto you. Take away from the word, the Lord's gonna take you. And it says, verse 4, it says, for since the fathers fell asleep.
Now, who are the fathers? The prophets, the men of the Lord that fall asleep, meaning what? Meaning they passed away, like Abba Bivens, went back to the spiritual realm, right? But you don't know about reincarnation. See, this is what you weren't accounting for, man. The spirit of the prophets are subject unto the prophets. You know?
And it says, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation.
And that goes into what? The day as in the days of Noah. Eating, drinking, giving into marriage, fornicating, days of Lot, building, freaking off, you know, weird sexual lust, freaking off with animals, you know?
Demons,
Yep.
idols, left-hand sorcery.
Yeah.
In the time of Cain, or time of Noah, Cain's lineage was wilding, you know? Just like now. Parades.
Yeah.
Parades ain't nothing new. That's old. Here it is. Jake don't want to go to the ancient way, but y'all fall into ancient demons.
We're heavy in the ancient demons. Christmas, you know, all the customs that are pushed now come from pretty much Mystery Babylon. It's just been regurgitated, renamed, and rebranded to you.
Yep.
You know?
Demonic origins.
Yep.
Verse 5, and it says, for this they willingly are ignorant of that by the word of the Most High.
They're willingly ignorant, man. And this is why the Lord blinded them and stopped their ears, because you willingly want to be ignorant.
Yep.
So you have been given over to that.
Seared with a hot iron.
Yep.
And it says the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with the water, perished.
Right, because during the time of Noah, it said extreme wickedness. Every heart was evil and violent.
Continually.
It said the Lord repented them that he put man on the earth. You know?
And it
That's
said,
why it's important for us to correct. It's important for us to exhort, rebuke, because brothers are being converted, and that's their walk of being delivered. Real quick, this is James 5:20. Check this out. Let's start at 19. Real quick. Oh, remember to confess. See, confess your faults one to another.
Yep.
Confess the demons. This is all for the perfecting of the saints right now.
Right.
You don't find this nowhere else. Anywhere else, it's a scam party.
Right.
You know.
Scam like.
This is James 5:19. Brethren, if any of you do err from the truth, and one convert him, let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his way shall save a soul from death.
Right, so have some damn mercy, man.
Yep.
You know, don't be quick to condemn brothers, man.
Nope.
Right. You know, you see a brother fall and help him up.
Help him. Don't
Right.
put a stomach. I work where I work at. I do skilled craft construction. This nigga always putting stumbling blocks in front of me. Like, what the fuck? I said that to him. I'll be trying to catch myself, you know. But we're men too.
Right.
But the nigga, he'll tell me one thing, but he'll say it in a manner like I can cut it or do. And then when I do, oh, you're not supposed to. Then what the fuck? Why didn't you just say that?
Right.
Why couldn't this conversation have became an educational conversation instead of a lecture?
Use your words, man.
Fucking
That's the
demons.
spirit of Esau. He pushes confusion.
Yeah.
You can't help it.
Yeah,
You know? Everything about him is confusing.
that's exactly what it is.
complicated.
Yep.
You know?
It says, let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his way shall save a soul from death.
So keep pushing these videos, man, because that's what we're doing right now, whether you know it or not. You know?
Bro, how many times brothers say it, as myself, man, this video came out in the nick of time.
Yep. Right on time.
It says, that's how the Lord gonna deliver us. In the nick of time, by the skin of your teeth.
That's actually derived from Saint Nicholas. Saint Nicholas.
It says, and shall hide a multitude of sins.
Right.
So that's getting the blood off our hands.
Right, exactly. Read that again, Baba
Yeah,
Kashaw,
from-
because us doing this work, you know, the Lord, that's, man, slack.
Yep. James 5:20, let him know that he which converteth the sinner from the error of his way, like, nah, brother, no, that's wrong.
That's off.
Hey, a brother, I'm not gonna say his name, but a beloved brother, he converted me about the chariots. Because I believed everything that Great Millstone taught, but I didn't get enough information about the chariots to say those were the chariots. So I wasn't just parroting. I was like, I thought it was something else. And then the brother actually stood on the phone with me and talked me through it. And I was like, oh, the roll, it ain't a scroll in the sky.
Right.
I was learning that shit from Esau.
Right.
Which is another thing. Be careful. You could watch a video that Great Millstone ain't teaching and try to bring it in. You can't do that.
Right, just because it's an Israelite, nah.
Yeah.
You know?
Which I was a victim of that, you know?
Yeah, me too.
You know? It says, converted the sinner from the error of his way.
So that's what we're out here to do, convert the sinners. Man.
Yep.
You know, to show our, it says, lift up thy voice like a trumpet and show our people their transgressions. Man.
Yep.
Let you know where you're going off.
Yahushua said, I convert and heal them.
Right.
Yep.
You know?
It says, from the error of his way.
Right. Don't be committing adultery.
Yep.
Don't be smoking.
Yep.
You know?
Don't be acting like that. You know?
Carry yourself as a man.
Yep.
If you can grow your beard, grow it out.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Don't act different off camera.
Yep.
Be the same man on camera, at all times.
Yep.
You know, walk in prayer, man.
Yep.
You know, ask the Lord to direct your step always.
Yep.
Constantly praying.
And be mindful. Always be mindful. You know, you can even write little notes down for yourself. There's certain things that you know going through, you write a note down, you know?
And do unto others that you would have them do
Say
unto
it.
you.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, which converted the sinner from the error of his way. Oh, years ago, we always bring this up, Malak. You remember this Jake walked by, I think he was Italian. He was gonna go murder his brother. Remember?
Oh,
he was other one. Yeah.
He was dark skinned.
Oh no, there was another one.
He had
there was a
dreads.
couple.
There's a couple.
Oh, so see,
yeah,
see,
damn.
I remember the one, the Italian.
Yeah, I remember the one he had dreads. He was wearing like a fatigue, and he was like, "Man, thank you. I was gonna go kill my brother." What you got?
There was an account. His mother had died,
Yeah. Yep.
so they had a loss in the family, and of course, emotions are high.
Yep.
So Satan got in the way, and he was on his way walking, and then by the end of the conversation, he was crying. He said, "I was gonna go do something bad."
Yep.
As he came up, I kind of read his spirit, and I said, "Hey, man, you come in peace? Like, what's up with you?"
Yep.
Because the way he was walking, it's like he had an issue with us.
Yep.
But then he
Yeah.
stopped, and then we kind of comforted him, we were building him. And the spirit brought it out. Like this man was actually going to go hurt his brother.
Yeah.
That death demon, that's a dark demon. Like when somebody's got that death on them, like they're gonna commit that. That's a very dark spirit. About 2 years ago, this female, she was a police officer at the time. She had came into my job. This one I had a different job, but when she came in, I noticed something different about her. So the spirit said, "Don't say nothing to her." So I said, "Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing." Come to find out, 2 days later, I read in the news how she went home and killed her lover and herself. And I saw her ass.
Oh, yeah, damn.
I saw her ass before she went and did that. And she looked me in the eyes and I saw it. I said, "Oh, something's not right." So I just kept my mouth shut. Like, I'm not getting involved. Not
Right.
too long later, she took her standard issue pistol, killed her lesbian lover, and then herself,
Nah,
I remember that.
Oh, see?
She was a mo.
See?
Yeah, she was a lesbian.
See? So I got a witness.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, no, I know her. She actually came to a call for me. I was at the Salvatore's parking lot. No, across the street from Salvatore's in Greece, because she worked for the Greece police
Yep.
department.
Damn.
I
See?
was trying to figure out something was wrong with my car. Somebody called the police on me.
Well, you
Like,
look.
"It's my car."
Yeah, you a dark skinned brother.
And she came and she was like, "Hey, I know you."
See?
I was with peace with her.
Good.
She was new, you know what I mean?
Good.
But, she just said, "You know how it is. Niggas out here, they see you out here, black men."
Yeah,
But she
Right.
let me go about my way.
I have seen her the day she did it, bro.
Damn.
I saw her the day she did that shit.
Damn.
So
That shit happened across the bridge over there by
I'm not sure, but you can easily Google it. But but the point is that when someone's got that spirit of death on them, you can see it, you can feel it,
See it in
and,
eyes.
and it's like, don't fuck with them.
Yeah.
If they doing that, let them alone. Let them alone, brothers.
What happened to that cat in that Walmart parking lot? The guy was arguing with his girl.
Yep.
And then the guy was with his woman and family, and he wanted to play Captain Save Hero and went to go try to help the lady, and the dude killed him.
Now what precept will come to mind for that account? What will come to your mind that you would tell someone that, hey, you shouldn't go do that?
It's right down the tip.
Let's go to Sirach. This is the 10th chapter.
Yep.
Let's get it. So we understand, because for brothers out there and you sisters, hey, don't be getting emotional. I gotta help her, brother.
No, the fuck
Don't
you
go, That's their
You
business.
better do like Eli did in the book of Eli. He said keep going.
Yep.
Keep going.
Yep. What is that? Sirach 11.
I know it's between my minutes.
Yes, thank you, brother. Yep. Read it, Kratzaba. Sirach 11 and 10.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 11 and 10. My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent.
Ah, my leg! Hey, you went there to get milk and eggs, and now you in a stretcher. For who? You explaining your woman. Yeah, hey, you see somebody on the side of the road broken down, it might not be wise to pull over, brother. Right? It's sad to say, but it's true. You got the going in, you be bringing out the immigrants up here. They got all type of ways to get you out your car. This woman, I saw a video, she brought her car to the mechanic. What they had did was they stuck a spike through her mud flap just enough so it would rub her tire to make it sound like it was flat. So she'd pull over, and when she got out, she would got took. So we gotta be careful out here.
They doing that to women, they putting fentanyl on the
Yeah, and
road.
yes.
They touch it and they,
Yes.
that's how they traffic.
Lock your doors, hide your children.
Hide your
Look,
kids,
I'm for real.
yeah,
Like
for
I know
real.
I'm Saki. I'm from the north, but the point is, you gotta. The time we're in, if I tell you to do something, you need to do it. Don't question. Remember, leave the war behind. Julia Roberts, feminist queen of heaven ass, kept bucking up against her man, got drunk and was dancing on fucking the black nigga.
Mashallah Ali.
You know? But the point is, because he wasn't being standing up. So you gotta, and they were constantly bickering. We can't have that. How can we walk together? If I'm telling you something, this is what it's gotta be. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep going. You know? So read that again, 11 and 10, brother.
My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle
Right,
much,
like this, like, what going on over there? None of my business. Sorry, brother. Right? None of my business. Right? The Walmart situation, you know? You know how many Jakes like 2 years ago was getting bodied for saving women, remember?
Yeah.
It was, the dude got shot.
Yep.
He got his hand chopped
Yeah.
off. Listen, jealousy's the rage of a man. Let that man be.
Yep.
And you don't know what she did to put him in that position.
Exactly.
Of that rage.
To got him like that, you know? He biting his knuckle and punching the rear view window. Read it from the top again.
Pissed off.
my son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much,
Right, when there was the looting in Rochester, I'm about to go and get me some shoes. No, don't go out there. Don't go with that, because there was a huge riot here. I don't know if you was here. Remember, y'all remember, brothers?
Hell,
That shit was
yeah.
popping.
There's a fucking
Yeah.
car flipped
Burning.
over, burning up here on Bullseye.
Which a
Yeah.
white man with sandy hair did that.
Yeah.
kind of realized that something happened when I started, going around and seeing that a lot of the stores had armed guards,
Yep,
and a lot of the businesses were shut down
yep.
in the area, and you had to go outside,
Of the, yep, yep,
to go
yep.
get what you need.
Now, good. I'm glad you said that. Right now, Dollar General or Dollar Tree's closing 1,000 stores due to theft. Dollar
Yep,
General,
yep. And
is-
Family Dollar.
Thank you, Family Dollar, and now New York. Did I already say this? New York has deployed the national guard, and then a week later, you had on the subway a Jake shoot another Jake in the head.
Yep.
Right after this incident. So this thing is about, you're gonna see more military out here, and it's gonna be normalized.
Right, because right now they're desensitizing people to it.
There you
So
go.
before you know it, there's gonna be troops up and down the streets.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Tanks and shit.
Yep.
Biden, I heard he's about to cut the work week for 4 days.
Oh, no, Bernie Sanders.
Bernie
He
Sanders,
proposed it to be a bill,
And it's gonna happen over the course of 4 years.
which
I'm sorry.
No.
What I said to myself through the spirit, they're gonna make this ship seem very appealing.
Oh, yeah.
They're gonna
Yes.
give people a monthly allowance.
Yes.
You don't have
Oh,
to
yeah.
work a 40-hour week.
I could see credit and debt being instituted with it. Like, cause one big thing I noticed, which me myself, I ain't never give a shit about debt. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't never pay a hospital bill in my life.
Yeah.
You're not about to charge me. I didn't mean to break my foot. Like,
Right.
come on, bro. Yeah, and then it's more if they turn the sirens on.
Oh,
But,
my
yeah,
God.
yeah. That happened to my grandma. Yeah, she's dying. There was like, if we turn the sirens on, it's gonna cost extra.
That
I gotta
is
make a
fucked up.
decision while dying. But anyways, people right now have the spirit to pay their debt. They're stressed. I'm under debt. Listen, debt is voluntary. Taxes is voluntary, but that's a different matter.
Right.
But the point is, so many people are going through these financial woes because of what Babylon requires.
Yep.
I could see him implementing this and saying this could make you debt free.
Yep.
You see? Because there's going to be a lot of numbers that are crunching. That's what that chip's going to be all about.
It's just a number in a fucking computer.
Yep.
Yeah, and it makes sense why it's called the Great Reset.
Yep.
You know, universal basic income.
Perfect.
You know,
So we can reset. You get to square one. It's like you in the Monopoly game. You want to start over? You playing your younger brother. You win. You want to start over? We can play it again.
Right.
And you're like, okay.
I go easy on you this time.
Right.
I know balancing your check though.
Yeah.
Like, no, my bad. Like in my bank right now, Advantage, now they doing a new thing now. Like every time you use your card, you spend money, they get $1 deducted out into your savings.
Yep.
So eventually you'll build up your money.
Yep.
You'll still have money every
Yep.
time you use the card.
Yep. So it's a financial prison.
Yeah.
Babylon is a financial prison. It's a freaky ass carnival, and you gotta have tickets to play. And we work just to have enough tickets to stay above water. Where are we at?
2 Peter 3.
Oh no, yeah. Finish yours,
Oh, yeah.
Krat Zaba.
Yep.
Metal knot.
My son, meddle not with many matters, for if thou meddle much, thou shalt not be innocent. And if thou follow after, thou shalt not obtain, neither shalt thou escape by fleeing.
Woo! So you meddling, right? Going into the point he made, and then you like, hey, don't touch her. Then the nigga turn. Now you try to run and he chase you down.
Yeah.
Unhinged.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Road rage. Oh, that's another thing. Brothers, be careful on the road.
Yeah.
All right, let him have it.
Yeah.
Hey, this black woman cut me off. I say, fucking demon. But I had to check my stuff. I pulled up on her, and I looked, and the spirit said, don't say a word. I just pulled up. That's how I met y'all over here. I just got cut off coming here. But I say, you know what? Ain't no reason to argue with her. Nothing.
Right, what's the point?
You know, so the Lord is making us do, he's making us check ourselves.
All right.
That's the point I wanted to say, because if that's the case, the fact of the matter, that was his whole judgment, to be there to intervene into that argument. To that was his death date.
Yep.
You know?
Right.
Yep,
So
yep.
The Lord appointed him for him and that guy to meet that day.
Yep.
God, that was his judgment.
Yep.
The
She
Lord
got
directed
marked.
the steps.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. She got marked.
Yep.
That's right.
See how your situation deferred. You wanted to, because we were in the flesh. So in your
Right.
spirit, you wanted to say something.
Right.
You said, let me.
Yep.
From what I've learned.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
Now you
walked
walking away,
Yeah.
the tire pop, you maced. You know what I'm saying?
Not working.
You can't.
If you wonder how I got here today.
Right. You got the UNAC. Ain't worth it.
They ain't
Yeah.
worth it, bro.
The land back what he just said, Sirach 12:1, when thou do good, know to whom do it, to show be thankful for thy benefit.
Read one more time. That's a good precept.
The book Sirach chapter 12 verse 1, when thou will do good.
Right, because that would be good, right? That's honorable. Oh, let me help her.
Right.
So you got to be careful, because what if that's judgment from the Lord on her? So it's like, hey, that's judgment.
Right.
Remember the king? He said, if you
Lord
starving,
don't
Right.
help you. How can I help you?
right?
Exactly.
You know.
Ultimately.
Yep.
You know?
When thou do good, know to whom thou do it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefit.
Right. Like I'm gonna go and help a brother with a pop tire, but not
Right.
some fucking nigga
Right.
with a red flag hanging out of his back,
Right.
hanging on the backside.
Then the car's stolen.
Yeah. Then the
Right.
car stole. So you helped him get away.
Yep.
You know.
But then the police run up on y'all and they think y'all together.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. You're going to jail. All right, let's
Going-
read this.
Back in 2 Peter, chapter 3.
Fuck his ass up.
Going to jail.
So again.
2 Peter 3.
Going to jail
Esau,
now.
Esau going to jail.
Hell yeah, he's going to jail.
That motherfucker going head first.
Yeah.
He's gonna go down to hell.
Okay.
2 Peter 3 and verse 7. Verse 7. It says, but the heavens. I gotta get that. My bad, my page. I gotta
You good?
Yeah, my page. 2 Peter 3 and 7. It says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store.
Right, going into, because there's three heavens. There's heaven on earth, which is the rulership where man dwells. And you know, a man is given dominion. Right now, it's Esau's dominion, but it's being transferred. Okay, the earth is going to be under new management. There's the heaven where the constellations are, the sun, moon, stars. Then there's the third heaven where Yahweh sits and Yahweh Shai sits on the right hand. You know?
Well, I'm sorry. Apostle Paul said I was caught up to the third heaven.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember that? Y'all know that account?
Yep.
He said 1 Corinthians 14, is it?
I believe that's after he got stoned.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah, it says 2 Corinthians 12:1. Let me see.
Is it
Just look up third heaven.
Is it Hebrews? Hebrews 1?
I think it might, bro. I actually think it is.
Yeah,
Because
it
it's
was-
two
yeah.
accounts where Apostle Paul gives his testimony. You know what I mean? But I got it. It's 2 Corinthians 12
okay,
and 2.
okay.
Yep. Just real quick verification, we're going back to Peter. Y'all there? 2 Corinthians 12:1. It is not expedient for me, doubtless, to glory. I will come to visions and revelations of the Lord. I knew a man in a Mashiach above 14 years ago. He's speaking of himself. Whether in the body, I cannot tell, or whether out of the body, I cannot tell. So it was like, was this a dream? Or did I really go through that? Right? It says, Yahweh knoweth, such an one caught up to the third heaven. So just to, land back to your point.
Yeah. That's a good precept.
Spiritual realm.
Which is the spiritual realm.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know? And because remember, they murdered Apostle Paul, but the Lord brought him back to life.
Lord put his spirit back.
He gave his spirit back. Apostle Paul, when he got stoned by the Israelites, and they carried him, they carried him out of the city, he was dead. And then the Lord gave the spirit back into him. So he raised him from the dead.
Come on, man.
So that's what this truth. See, this truth ain't fucking, mega churches, bow ties, and silver suits.
Right.
This thing is serious. It's pain and you're involved.
It's real
Much
life.
tribulation. As in
Yeah.
Acts 14:22.
You'll be-
much tribulation
Yep.
shall you get the kingdom.
Yep.
All right, this is
You will sit in a Tesla
Yeah.
Eventually.
eventually.
You a sizzle.
Yep.
Yeah. This ain't no damn opera. This is real life.
Real life.
Where it makes you, makes you appreciate it, makes you love the Lord.
Yep.
Makes you a man.
Yep.
You know?
If somebody asks you how you know you in the truth, like I just tell them, man, the pain you go through.
Yep.
That's how you know you in the right path.
Yep. Exactly.
Chastisement.
Yep.
All right. Back in 2 Peter 3 and verse 7, and it says, but the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store.
Rev 12:7. There was a great war in heaven between Michael and his angels and the dragon and his angels. Do you know what that is? The war in heaven in Daniel Rev 12:7.
I'll
Good.
read it.
Let's get
Yep,
it.
I'll read it. Yep.
Perfect. Let's break it down for the brothers. This is you got it? I'm
Yep,
there.
I got it. right
Okay.
here, yep. This is Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7.
Let's let him get there so he has this information because this is coming soon.
Yep.
This ain't coming to a theater near you. It's coming to a city
Right,
yep.
near you.
And I'll
In
read
the
it.
city.
Right.
It's coming, man. You know?
And I'm gonna take my time with this,
Okay.
This is Revelation 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
So there's going to be war in heaven. We just broke down the heavens, right? So now we're talking about the heaven where the constellations are.
Yep.
Where, planes fly,
Yep. And-
military vehicles,
It's like if I could add, why do you think Babylon has a space force?
There you go.
You know?
That's a very good point.
And it says, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought
Right, the dragon going into who? Esau. Esau and his military. Just like the brother said, why do they have a space force? Because they understand that the chariots that are out there, they're coming to deliver the elect and to destroy it. So this is Esau's attempt to fight against Yahweh Shai and the chariots.
Yeah.
That's what that whole space force is about.
Yep.
You know?
just like who's the president that made that speech about
I believe it
the
one of the
was it
Bushes.
Reagan or
Reagan.
What? Yeah. Yep.
I believe Bush also said that in '91. He said the world has to come together, roughly paraphrasing, to face
Opposing otherly world force
Yeah.
that will bring humanity together. It'll rid racism, basically. But what it was it NASA? Something they just passed because they was doing a study into the UAPs. They just confirmed that there wasn't a conspiracy to hide the fact that there were UAPs, but they didn't deny the fact that they existed. It was just weird. So you're saying it wasn't a conspiracy, but it was a conspiracy because y'all been knew this shit from what's that, Roswell?
Right.
Area
Yeah,
51.
Esau no.
So you have the Foo Fighters. I
Yep.
was that World War I or II.
Yep.
You know, which the fighters in those military vehicles that were flying, you know, they actually saw chariots. You know.
You had something, bro?
Yep. Read this again. I got a translation for y'all.
This is Revelation 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven.
So the heaven meaning what? The sky, right? Now this is the HNV. It says there was war in the sky.
Plain.
See? Keep going.
It says Michael and his angels.
Michael, Maya Ka'ala, Daniel 12, right? It says he will stand up. Keep going. Oh, it says as birds flying,
Yep.
they shall defend Jerusalem.
It says Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
So it's going to be what the world would call an alien invasion.
That's right.
Or the world would think they're under an alien invasion. This is why you have movies like World of Worlds, Independence Day.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, when you go into the word heavens in Revelations 12 and 7, the word heavens is a Greek word, and it says Uronas, that's the Greek word for this word heaven. And it says, which that cuts that whole Lucifer, it says the vaulted expanse of the sky. So that word heaven in Revelations 12 means the sky. It says the aerial heavens or sky, the region where the clouds and the tempests gather, where thunder and lightning proceeded.
So how can that happen? I mean, this is why Esau was given that technology of having the fighter jets, you know, and all that type of vehicles, is so that he can fight against the Lord.
Exactly.
That's part of his blessing that Isaac bestowed on Esau.
Life program.
Yep.
The dew,
Yep.
the satellites, and all that.
Yep.
You know,
Which the satellites help us right now with the feed horns.
unicorn.
Yep.
Thank you, brother. The unicorn, which Psalms 19 about the unicorn, the reason why it's a unicorn, because on a satellite, it's a feed horn. And that's what distributes the signal. That's why we have internet wherever brothers at, they can see us. As if you're here right now. Like when Ezekiel poked his head in the wall.
Yep.
So you're poking your head in, you're watching us right now.
Right.
You know?
Yep. And I believe it's also in Job as well, when it says with the unicorn. Right?
I think in Psalm 19, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yep, yep,
It's also
yep, yep.
I think it's shaped like that too. The signal go out, it comes in.
It is.
Like it's like a horn.
Yep.
Shoots out.
Yep. But the breakdown for the is the feed horn.
Right. Yeah.
That the stick.
Yeah.
That's why, like a unicorn. So read this.
Yep. Back in Revelation 12 and 7, and it says, and there was war in heaven,
So there was war in the sky,
Michael and his angels.
Michael and the chariots and the host of heaven, like Jude.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, brother.
10 thousands of thousands. Right? Keep going.
It says fought against the dragon.
Right. Esau.
And his military.
Yep.
And the
Right, his space force. Esau and his space force, his fighter jets,
Yep.
things of that nature.
Yep.
His aerial crafts.
Yep.
Okay.
And in his Air Force, he has a specific fleet of fighter jets that are actually called Blue Angels.
yes. Yep. Yep. You can Google it right now.
Particularly Esau, all the other nations too, because they're going to be fighting each
Yep.
other, then come together.
Yep.
To
That's
fight
right.
against the Lord. That's
But
right.
what John saw was Esau specifically. That's why he said the dragon.
Right.
Keep going.
Ringleader.
Yep, yep.
And it says, and the dragon.
Well, it says in Isaiah 19 that the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. You see?
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That's perfect.
That's right.
Keep going.
And it says, verse 7, and the dragon fought and his angels, verse 8, and prevailed not.
Right, because in Esdras 13 it says he durst fight. Durst them to fight. Pretty much
Yeah.
he dared them to
Yep.
fight.
You're not about to win this. You're not about to win this war, Esau. You already lost. And it says, and
But the
prevailed
Lord
not.
wants to do this to magnify his name, to show his power.
Right.
Just like he hardened the ancient Pharaoh's heart to show his power. So
Yeah.
the Lord said, I'll give you a kingdom, I'll give you some aerial crafts so you can fight against me. Just so I can show you my power. You know?
And did you say Pharaoh? And I believe you can Google it. One of the branches, like one of the patches of the Space Force, there's like an Egyptian logo of like a pharaoh or something like that. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, right?
all those shits are demonic. Those NASA and the Space Force patches, those shits are all demonic when you actually look at them. Keep going.
And it says, verse 8, and it says, neither was their place found anymore in heaven.
Meaning what? Meaning they're not going to have rulership anymore. Ever again.
Yeah.
Because after 1,000 years of hardcore captivity, they're going to be wiped out.
And there was no more sea.
Not every other nation, man.
It's gonna
Okay.
be it's like I'm sorry.
Go ahead, brother.
You're gonna be like, what's his name? Charles and Hester and the Planet of Apes. Damn you all the hell. You did it.
So is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
So that's for Rev 7 or 12 and 7, the war in heaven is speaking about a future event of Esau trying to fight back against our Lord.
You know what else you can back that up with? 2nd Ezra 13.
Oh yeah.
Matter of fact, let's get it. What time is it? You got time?
It's 3:50.
What about
Oh,
Habakkuk 3:16?
We've been at it. What's that, brother?
We get into it off 2nd Ezra
3:16.
13.
Habakkuk,
Read it.
the book of Habakkuk, chapter 3, verse 16. When I heard my belly tremble and my lips quiver at the voice of rottenness into my bones, and I trembled in myself that I may rest in the days of trouble. When he cometh up unto the people, he will invade them with his troops.
Ooh, I like that. And who are the troops? The angels, right? Because even it makes me think in Jeremiah when we use with Nebuchadnezzar, we use that for Yahweh Shai. So I'd have to go and read the context of it. But even if Habakkuk is referring to a heathen nation, we could still use that for Yahweh Shai and the angels.
Right.
The key word, he said invade.
Right.
It's going to be an invasion.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Habakkuk seen it in the feeling. He said he trembled because he's like, oh man, it's about to go down. I see people getting fried and killed. And, you know what I'm saying? He said he trembled.
And then who was it? Was it Habakkuk or Zechariah where he said he saw the mountain and it was made out of gold? Remember, and he saw the mountains coming out of it, the chariots coming out of it?
Oh, right here?
Zechariah?
Yeah.
But a lot of prophets, they saw the chariots. They saw the invasion. They saw this thing being taken over.
I know right here with Edges, he said a mountain, a great mountain.
Yep.
Talking about Yahweh Shai.
I got one after you, too.
Yep. Now you can start from the top or what verse?
I would say we should get to the point.
Okay. Now this is the book of 2nd Edges, chapter 13.
I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Real quick, Zechariah 6, just to go into the prophets seeing this too. And then we'll hit that and we could close. But that's the spirit. But see look at how we can operate when we're over here teaching compared to over there. So imagine but remember you asked a good question years ago. You said, would y'all go teach in the hood?
Yeah.
We couldn't be out there for 3 hours. You might be out there for pew, pew. You know what I mean? You might be out there. But notice here, we lost track of time.
Yeah.
Because we can actually just teach.
As soon as 3 o'clock come over there, it's like, oh shit.
Yep. You hear a screech. Yeah.
The world.
Our brothers there, Zechariah 6. Check this out. It says, and I turned and lifted up my eyes and looked, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains. And
I'm sorry, that mountain is a huge chariot. What we like to call a fathership.
That's right.
But out of the mountain, out of the fathership, is going to come other chariots.
Yeah. And I had a vision. I seen that in the vision. I was in a big ass balcony, and I seen a big chariot, and under the chariot had like a really vibrant red light, and then it opened up and then like a mad chariot started shooting out of it.
check this out.
Fire.
It says, and behold, there came 4 chariots out from between 2 mountains, and the mountains were mountains of brass. So there you go.
That's amazing.
There you go. Precious metals.
Man. Now this is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 13, in the Apocrypha, and
Oh yeah, you just start at 1 and read it down.
Okay.
A couple verses.
I'll read it fast. 2nd Esdras 13 in verse 1, and it says, and it came to pass after, let me know when you bros there. All right. It says, and it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
Right, so this is dealing with the second coming of Yahweh Shai, the war in heaven, the deliverance, and the destruction.
And it says, verse 2, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
So that man is Yahweh Shai, and him waxing strong with the thousands of heaven is just like what Jews saw. He shall come down with 10,000 of his angels. That's
right.
And
it says, and when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
that goes with Rev 1 and 7. The Lord coming with clouds, every eye shall see him, and all the tribes of the earth shall mourn.
Right. And it says, verse 4, and whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
Now that's like that scene on Independence Day where the chariot was over the White House and it just
Ooh,
sent out that ray of light and blew it up.
Yeah.
You know?
Was that the DC incident?
Yep.
That's
Black
a-
Swan event.
That was a real event. There's a recorded event where so-called UFOs were hovering over the White House.
'Cause that's an idol.
Yep.
You know?
Oh, yeah. And it says, verse 4, it says, and all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it fleeth the fire.
So that voice is the blast, the concentrated energy that's coming out from the chariot.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Because power, like electricity. Electricity has a sound to it.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does.
yeah.
You know, flame.
Oh,
You ever,
I'm sorry.
no, you ever hear flame? It's like,
Yeah. That's power.
you know, water,
Yeah.
you know, electricity, all that, you know?
It's very hot too because we drove by one of my old houses, and the house next door to us. This when she was pregnant with my first son. That shit hot. That's
Yes.
all I can say.
Yep.
Like we would like literally like say, I'm here where you brothers at. That's where the house was. It was like a small walk space, but you could just feel the
Yep.
heat. Just,
Yep.
That shit was pouring on you. Like, oh shit.
Flames from the flames.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Verse 5, and it says, and after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number.
Valley
That's-
Jehoshaphat.
Yeah, the Valley of Jehoshaphat, that's the third wall. All right, because the Lord is doing things now. It's now in motion to where an event is going to happen. Well, the event is the least of the flock drawing out the whore. So that's going to draw out other nations too. And they're all going to meet in the Valley of Jehoshaphat over there in the Middle East. Okay, and they're going to fight each other. But in the midst of them fighting each other, Yahushua is going to return. They're going to turn and fight the Lord. You know?
And it says, from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
Meaning they're going to come from they're coming from the four winds. This is the west, right? It's known as the west. They're going to come from there. They're going to be drawn to the Middle East. Moab's going to come from the far east. You got Russia up north, you know, Gog and Magog, you know?
Navies, forces.
Verse 6, and it says,
That's time to leave.
yeah.
Let's finish it up.
But I beheld, and
Everybody
lo,
drunk.
he had graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it.
That great mountain, that's the chariot,
Yep.
you know?
Precious metal. Because Zechariah saw one that was made of brass. You know?
Verse 7, but I would have seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, and I could not.
Right, because he's describing how large the fathership was. Like he just looked up and he couldn't tell where it came from, where it's ending. It's just a big ship in the sky, you know?
Where was that one, brother? You said they recorded it was one that was 30,000 miles. long?
3,000.
3,000?
Yeah, Elder Pastor Hart did a video on it. Basically, Esau said there was a chariot the size of America over it.
He showed a picture.
Yeah, it showed a picture. It covered this place.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Yahushua is going to gather all his elect into one fathership.
Yep.
Because it can expand. The chariots are spiritual.
Yep.
Remember he said raise a cubic? So the chariot can be a pin size, pebble. He said faith is a grain of a mustard seed.
Yep.
So it can expand, retract. So it covered itself right over it.
They're there right now. They're just cloaked in the clouds.
Yep.
Yeah. They show you that in the cartoon, the Magic School Bus.
Yep.
You know? And it says, verse 8, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid, and yet durst fight.
Their hearts are gonna melt when they see that. Oh shit, what is that? You know,
Shaking.
gonna drop their M16s.
Yep.
Pilots gonna have heart attacks in the air.
Drones are going to drop out the sky.
You know,
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war. But only I
right?
saw...
Because this is the Lord coming, but not meeting them as a man.
That's
He's
right.
Meeting them with his angelic raw power. You know,
Verse 10, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
right? Out of his mouth, meaning coming out of the ship, a concentrated beam of energy. You know,
And out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Perfect.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, I'm good.
with that, you brothers good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Esau, when he in that jet, when he see that, he gonna be like, today is a good day to be a coward today. I think he won't miss this. I think I'm gonna get debunked in this one.
A lot of people gonna go AWOL on that day.
Yep.
Hey, with that, man, we pray this has been edifying, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai Ba'Shem Kakodash.
Want to give double honors unto our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the elect out there. Stay strong.
Shalom.